Ballon football. He has a clear chance. He has a clear chance. No, let me finish.
So those kind of stats piss me off when they come, when they bring them up. It's just like, that's a jinx, man. Why do you have to talk about this now? But
keeping them injuries down. I know people have gone on about if we lose Lukaku, it could be a bit of a situation. I hope to God it doesn't happen that way, but I just don't know.
It could be Kepa because he made the save. People would say Kovačić, he was okay. I mean, he done what Kovačić does, but
fancy as well about they've never gotten relegated. What do you think about that?
Sergio,
Is that something to be like,
Do you know what?
Diego, like he was consistently performing for us season.
I think you're missing the point, man. I think you're missing the point.
He's gonna play as a 9. Kai is the second. We only have two main lines in the team.
Michael, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Mount, and Havertz if they blame behind the tackle. So the tackle's got to find the way.
If you have an agreement, that means there's a pre-contract or something that was like, we agree on this one. They just went to announce it. Let's just
but
that little touch, but listen, the little touch that he gets are more vital
to this particular style. Anyway.
Sorry guys, I was doing selection.
Welcome back. Welcome to the Blue Lounge. Welcome to the stream. We've been missing for a little bit. That's what happens when you get too confident and you don't win a game that you think you're gonna win. It kind of impacts you in a negative way. Been a little bit busy, lads. So I've been away. I've had a new employment opportunity. So I'm working somewhere fresh, and I literally started work on Monday. So it's taken me away from YouTube for a couple of days, but hopefully we're back and ready to continue, ready to commence, ready to talk about everything that is Chelsea. Before we jump into the topics of the day, some shout outs. Big up to Gabriel. Hope you're doing well, my man. Eric Dugan, welcome. CFC Stephen, Abdul B. Big up to everybody in the chat. Anybody who's joining, get this out of the way. Hit that like button. Then you don't have to keep on thinking about it for me to keep reminding you. So as you come in, hit that like button. Much appreciated. Big up to my panel. We have Dennis P. How you doing? Big up
Good.
to you.
How you guys doing, man? Slightly still recovering from that United draw, which feels like a loss, but I'm sure we'll get into it. So.
As far as I'm concerned, it might as well have been a loss. But we're going to address that because we didn't do a match reaction. We are going to give it a few minutes of the stream. We are going to address that. MDT, big up to you, my man. How you doing?
Big up, Mo. Thank you for having me. I'm okay.
My
I'm
pleasure.
okay. You know, I live in Manchester, so it has been tough. So other than that, I'm surviving.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't be easy. It can't be easy. Eric Chelsea. It's not Eric Blue anymore. Eric, how are you?
Yeah, good. Sorry. Evening, guys. How's everyone doing? I'm not doing great, but I'm just looking forward to the next match. We have to just move on, you know. So I'm happy that the matches are coming faster nowadays. So yeah.
I mean, we are about to play Claudio Ranieri's Watford, so I'll be honest with you, man. I'm not too comfortable about this, but we'll discuss this. Lads, I want to give you my take. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes in regards to my take for the Man United result. I'll also give my my guys on the panel a couple of minutes each, also to give us their reaction and their thoughts on the game. before we talk about the rest of the topics. I mean, today this is the structure of today's stream. We're going to give you a quick reaction to the United result. We're going to give you a quick-ish. It might be a little bit longer than just being a quick-ish. I'm going to give you a reaction to the Ballon d'Or results. And then we're going to go into the lineup and predicted setup for the Watford game. And then we're going to discuss any and all relevant Chelsea news stories. But firstly, I want to tell you my reaction for that disappointment at Stamford Bridge. A match that was watched in the stadium by Roman himself. A match that Chelsea should have easily have won. A match that apparently Man United came to the Bridge playing to win. That's what Carrick would have you believe. They came to win that game. They played to win that game. I mean, obviously, lobbing the ball down the pitch and running after it, it's a way that Man United play these days, but that's the tactic that they employed to win that game. They didn't park the bus. Anybody who says Man United parked the bus does not know anything about football, because Man United did not park the bus. They parked a jumbo jet. They parked a jumbo jet. Okay, even Anthony Taylor was in defence for Manchester United. To be fair, Anthony Taylor didn't have a very bad game. He had a decent game by his standards. That being said, Chelsea wasted so many opportunities. Chelsea gave Man United 2 points. We dropped 2 points on the pitch. Yeah. We threw away 2 points. That's what I meant. I mean, Dennis is correct. We gave them a point that they did not deserve. We threw away 2 points on that pitch. Now, whose fault is it? We can sit here blaming the finishing. We can sit here blaming the substitutions. We can sit here blaming a number of factors. I'm not gonna do that. Because I don't want to be living in the past. We have a big game tomorrow that we're going to be looking ahead towards. But I do hope that the mistakes and the errors of that game will not be repeated tomorrow and moving forward. Because some of those errors were errors that we saw in that Burnley game as well. To be honest, I wasn't so mad drawing with Burnley as I was with Manchester United, because Manchester United were ripe for the taking. Chelsea should have put them to bed. Unfortunately, we didn't. A couple of new guys in the stream. Redneck, big up to you. Welcome to the stream. Moi, my brother, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I know. I missed you guys as well. I really missed you guys. You have no idea how knackered I am right now, but I had to get this stream done because I literally miss you guys. MCIG, Anthony was harsh on the Blues in the first half and United in the second. I don't know. Anthony Taylor he's not been too bad recently. So we'll just say that, it was errors of judgment. The fact that Tuchel said he had no plan to play Lukaku, yeah, we'll talk about that. We played the name, we didn't play the team. Fair comment. Lads, I'm not happy I'm so upset. Had I have made a stream reacting to that game yesterday or on the day of the match, this channel might not be up anymore. I'm serious. I was physically sick. I was physically sick after watching that game. I was physically sick.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It is what it is. Before I give Dennis a couple of minutes to give us his reaction, I want to say big up to Kasim. Kasim, welcome to the stream. How are you, my man? You good?
Hi, Mo. How's everyone? You alright, guys?
Good.
I'm fine, thank you, Mo.
Good. Everyone's good.
How's the new job? Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's very good. I'm enjoying it. I'm learning. I'm learning. I mean, the first week is training, so learning the tricks of the trade, basically. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm keen. Dennis, give me your thoughts. I mean, I'm going to give you each a couple of minutes, and then we'll just move on to the Ballon d'Or saga. Dennis, let me hear it, mate. Let me hear it.
Oh, man. I didn't get to rant because I did do my video, but I definitely didn't get on a rant. I was just basically talking about the tactical decisions throughout the match. But if I was going to rant, and if I have the opportunity to do that here and really get into my true feelings about how I saw that match, I'd have to call out individuals. Like, I would have to call out individuals, and I would start with, I thought Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he let me down. He just let me down. He didn't play well enough in that midfield. He looked lost out there a lot of the time. And when, you're given the opportunity to, like, build on the performances that you had, previously when you're playing more of a sitting six, you get the opportunity to play your more preferred role as a roving eight, box to box. And you don't take those opportunities. You're caught out of position so many times. You're getting bullied off the ball. You're getting dispossessed. Like, all these things are not things that are characteristics of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And, positioning-wise, he was just not very good the entire game. So I was really disappointed in his performance, mainly because I was so high on him and still remain high on him. But, that was just a subpar performance. I'm done with Timo Werner. I don't know how else to say it. Like, the guy technically is just a poor striker. Like, he's technically poor. Like, how many times have I seen that guy get in front of goal and scuff shots? How many times I see him get in front of goal and not be able to time the release of the shot properly, and it just it trickles to the goalie every time. Like, this is a freaking striker, man. Like, the first thing you learn when you're striking the ball is how to time it, how to time your run, how to get close to the ball so that you're striking it with all the power. Every time he hits the ball, it's a scuff shot or it trickles into the goalie. He doesn't hit the ball correctly. And this is what we're paying him to do. So for me, I'm not about, I don't care about the runs. I don't care about the space. We have other guys that can do that. You know what I mean? Like, there's more to a footballer than providing space for others. You have to get into those positions and finish. And every time he gets in those positions, he gets the game speeds up in his head and he makes mistakes and it costs us. So for me, I don't know. I'm not to the point where I'm saying I want him out of the club, but I'm just not really depending on him for much more anymore. I'd rather see other guys get the opportunities at this point in time.
Dennis, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Is this something or is this a conclusion you've reached now, or has it been something in the back of your mind for a while? And
honestly, I was always willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, just because, again, he came to the Prem last season, always a tough, adjustment period. We see that with a lot of people coming to grips with the pace of the Premier League. But I mean, we're now almost a season and a half in, and we're still seeing the exact same things. This guy's getting in the incredible areas to score goals, and just making the wrong choices. Either the play that, and I'm sure MDT is going to touch on this because we went back and forth in our private chat for a while, just about his movement and stuff like that. And what are you doing? Why are you running away from the ball and stuff like that? I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because of the fact that he's coming to the Prem for the first time, and it's a big club. There's expectations are high, but at this point in time, nah, man, simple things. Like these are like innate things that strikers have to be able to do. You have to be able to strike the ball. You have to be able to time your runs correctly. You know, and he's not doing that.
4 seasons or 5 seasons in the Bundesliga. He hit double figures every season, and 2 of them, those seasons, I believe he hit 20+ goals.
Maybe he needs to go back with them, because maybe that's where he needs to be. Because in the Premier League, he's not getting those heights.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I think he's found his level. He needs to go back to the Bundesliga then, because he found his level. You know, so I'm off of that. Aside from that, I'll say the other things that were really baffling were the decisions that Thomas Tuchel made tactically. Like, I know I said it in my video, but like, as much as Jorginho was at fault for the goal, I don't understand why he was in that position to begin with. Like, the guy can't cover any ground whatsoever. The guy's the slowest. He can't tackle, and he's in the position where you're the last line of defense. So I don't know why he was there to begin with. And then, you know, obviously Tuchel made the adjustment after the fact and put Callum back there instead. But, you know, and then also the substitutions. Like, we were struggling to score goals. We got into great opportunities to score. We're all over the pitch, struggling to score goals. And he waits until like the 78th minute to bring on the substitutions to change the game. And then on top of that, you need goals, and you don't bring on your best striker until the 82nd minute. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. You leave on guys that were like missing opportunities over and over again, and then you wait till the 82nd minute to give Lukaku a run, and he doesn't even have like the amount of time to like get into the flow of the game.
Dennis, I'm going to say this. And I know I might be adding fuel to the fire here, but why was Timo Werner picked ahead of Pulisic? That baffled the hell out of me, because he picked Ziyech over Mount based on form. He picked Callum based on form. So why drop Pulisic? Why not have him based on form?
Well, Pulisic wasn't really in form. He didn't really score. He scored the 1 goal from Ziyech, right? He missed.
Pulisic is in better form than Timo Werner.
I didn't think that Pulisic had a good game against Juventus. Didn't think he was very good in that game. Probably should have been subbed at the half. But beyond that, like, you know, you have to rotate Pulisic too. You can't continually play match after match, because we already know about his match fitness and whatnot. And he was just coming back from a fairly serious injury, given the time that he was off the pitch. So I don't understand. Like, I'm not going to question his decisions of who he wanted to start. I'm just going to question the decisions to not change the game until the very latter stages of it. And, you know, it cost us again, because these guys could have come on and made a difference if they had a little bit more of a runway to get into the match, you know, some rhythm into the match. But here we go. Those are my talking points, man. And you know, I bit my tongue during my own video, but I wasn't going to do that this time. There's a lot of things that
I was afraid that I would not be able to bite my tongue, and that's why I just stayed away. Away. Let's bring in the rest of the boys. Dennis, thank you for that. MDT, give me your thoughts on the Man U game briefly.
It's been a tough few days. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I have this policy. I don't criticize Chelsea players, especially not in whatever, because I don't want to send out negative energy. But this one, I couldn't help myself, because I couldn't hold it back. And one thing though, remember the stream before when we predicted the lineup? I said I don't want Werner in it, but he's going to play Werner. So as soon as I saw Werner on that lineup, I knew we're on for a long day, because against Leicester is Mount that started. Okay, Mount didn't have a good game, but it didn't stop us from playing. Okay, he didn't lose the ball. You understand? So against Juventus, Pulisic played, but guess what? He stayed in the middle. By him staying in the middle, he gave Callum and Ziyech space in the wing. There was no traffic. They were not running into each other. So I don't mind that. So there are certain players you can play them. Even if they don't have a bad game, they're not going to have negative effect on the other players. But then, whenever Timo Werner play in that position, especially if we're playing against a low block, when he doesn't touch the ball for 2-3 minutes, he always goes to the wings, occupying the space. Timo can't run with the ball. He can't trap the ball. He can't kick. He can't strike a ball. He can't dribble past someone. So why is Timo going to the wing for the ball on a low block? I don't get it. So he was always there, next to Ziyech, next to Callum, next to the wing back. So we end up not having space to play in, apart from the first few minutes when Callum had that chance, because Werner was in next to him. It was Callum and Alonso 1-2. But if you watch the game again, it was very rare for either of our wingers to have the ball and they don't have a company, like a date. They were having a date with Timo Werner next to them each time. And that, I don't blame Werner. I blame the manager for that. Because low block, I've never seen Werner play well on a low block. That's a fact. We all know that. So that, I don't blame Werner, because Werner does what Werner does. So is the manager wanted to give him a chance. Apparently, he's been very good in training. That's what Tuchel said. So, but when he's playing on, because training, are we training on low block? I bet we're not. So that's why he's good. And also, like the defense and midfield, Ruben, I expect more from Ruben. But then again, I was thinking maybe I don't know why he was playing safe. Whenever Ruben plays safe, that's a negative of his, because he's not good at playing safe. Ruben is good at taking the ball, beating people, attacking the midfield and defense for them to collapse, for us to have space. He didn't do that. So I don't know whether that was an instruction or not. I don't know. But I was disappointed, because I want to see the Ruben that I know. So that's the second disappointment on that whatever. With Alonso, that's Alonso. I expect that. But I was disappointed. I don't understand why Alonso was taking the free kicks and the corners, because he's one of our best headers. Like a player that's good with his head in the box. So imagine one of those corners that were coming in. If Alonso was in the box, I bet you he would have headed one. The goalkeeper would have to make a save, and he's good at that. Why was he on corner kicks? That's up to the manager as well. So there are little things, whatever. People are human. Even the manager is a human being. He will make errors or whatever. But what disappoints me is we play against Leicester. Those players, Man didn't have a good game, but it didn't affect the team. The other two were good. Callum and Ziyech were good. Okay, they were not wonderful, but they were good. Okay, we play against Juventus. Pulisic did what he has to do, because he helped by staying in the middle, because that's the role Firmino play for Liverpool. He doesn't get too involved in the game. What he does is disrupt the defenders and the midfield, the midfielder that's sitting in front of them. That's where you have to stay to garner their attention. So Pulisic did his job. For me, I was really happy with his performance against Juventus. I know I'm in the minority here, but I was happy with him. Okay.
I'm with you. I agree with you.
Because he did a job for the team. Timo Werner doesn't do a job for the team.
Yeah.
It doesn't. So that's the negative.
MDT. Look, I'm gonna say this because this is how I feel. So I'm gonna say it. If you agree, disagree, I don't know, but this is how I feel. And people in the chat, if you agree or disagree, also let me know in the chat. I personally have seen Timo Werner lacking for quite some time, because he isn't doing what we bought him for. We bought him as a striker. He's not scoring goals, so we started to play him as a winger. And even as a winger, he doesn't do enough as a winger. The fan base has been excusing him for that for quite some time, because he shows commitment, he shows desire, he shows drive, he shows a positive attitude even though he's playing badly. He shows a positive attitude that he wants to play better. And because of that, we have been cutting him a lot of slack. We've been giving him the benefit of the doubt while we've been hitting hard on other players. Other players make one mistake and that's it. The entire fan base turns against them. Timo Werner can make a million mistakes and we'll be like, oh, but he created space. Oh, but did you see the one that he did? He dragged the player with him. If it wasn't for Timo Werner, Mason Mount would not have been able to play that through ball to Kai Havertz to score that winning goal in the Champions League. For me, that is all just popular opinion. I think Timo Werner has been struggling for quite some time. And I'm just thinking out loud here, but it took a few of the big YouTubers to start talking about it, and people started to acknowledge it. Otherwise, if those YouTubers haven't said nothing, no one would be talking about this right now. And I'll be honest.
I'm glad you consider me a good YouTuber, a big YouTuber, by the way.
Nah, hey, listen, you're massive. You're massive. You're massive. You're massive. No, I'm serious. I mean, this for me, it's it's a problem. I'm going to call out a couple of names here. I'm going to say a couple of names. I'm going to say this: Monster CFC, big up to you. George Benson, big up to you. Jan, big up to you. All right, because you said what a lot of people have been thinking. You said what a lot of people have been thinking, but a lot of people have been just too worried to actually say it because of the fan base, because of the backlash that they would get. I'm not happy with Timo Werner. I'll be honest.
Kasim, I've got a question. Yeah, because
listen, I'll come to you. I don't want this to be a debate. I want this to be we each give our thoughts, and then we'll move on. When it comes to you, you can address the point that you have. MDT. So what do you think about that? What do you think about that?
I agree with you 100%. But the crazy thing is, just when you said you were very upset, you can't go because you will say things that you will regret.
Yeah,
I understood. Yeah. Then Kasim Nasser went on. Went live, so I joined him. Whilst we were talking about Timo Werner, that was before even the big accounts start tweeting about it. We spoke about him. People were coming on the chat defending him, Chelsea fans, but they were ready to bench.
People are going to start defending him now in this chat.
Yes, they were defending him, saying that we need to bench Cho or Ziyech. I'm like, okay, these people have one bad 10 minutes or 15 minutes in the game. Okay, which is chances, okay? But when you check the overall play was good. They missed 2 chances each, but the overall play was good. Another player that plays 80 minutes didn't have a single good moment. You cannot say, okay, we should bench the other players for having 10 or 15 bad minutes in the game. I was shocked. I'm like, you know what? I don't think the Chelsea fans, they're for real, because it's like a fan base. It's like they love the player more than the performance. Because if you're telling me on that pitch, the forward line, Timo Werner deserves a chance more than Ziyech and Callum. I don't know what we're talking about. You're right. Some people were on. If you ask Kasim Nasser, he will tell you. There were people there saying that the Timo Werner agenda has to stop. Timo Werner, this has to stop. Timo Werner. To be honest, they're ignoring the obvious. People have been ignoring the obvious. He's been given more time than Mount, more time than every single Chelsea player.
Yes.
Every single Chelsea player.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
MDT. I'm going to upset people. But Tammy Abraham was benched, even though he was scoring goals for Timo Werner.
Thank you. I didn't want to say it.
Let's say it, man. Enough beating around the bush, man. Enough beating around the bush.
They harder on the academy players. They harder. Tammy Abraham was scoring more goals than Werner. They call him Tappy. They call him, he can't head. You said Tammy Abraham cannot head. Okay, he's a top merchant or he's not whatever. Timo Werner, even the single things that Tammy can do, tapping. Timo cannot even tap a ball in. He can't tap a ball.
Tammy Abraham lacked a lot, in my opinion. He was not a complete article. Tammy Abraham has a lot of learning to do, but he was a better finisher than Timo Werner. And I'll be honest with you, Tammy Abraham, in my opinion, was not a very good finisher. But even Tammy Abraham, a very good finisher, is better than Timo Werner. Yeah. MDT, I'm gonna have to move to Eric. I'm gonna try to give everyone
thank you very much
a couple of minutes, but yeah, appreciate your honesty, mate. Appreciate your honesty. Eric Blue, Let me hear it, mate.
Yeah. The question I wanted to ask you was, why do you think Werner has so many apologists? Why do you think that there are so many people who are in favor of him and they refuse to call it out when, he's not doing what we expect him to be doing? And I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's because he costs a lot of money. Well, the whole comparison
No.
with Tammy is probably because of the fact that he has a price tag attached to his name.
No.
But just in general, I'm not sure what it is, man.
Yeah.
Maybe it's I have no idea.
I mean, again, this is my opinion because I can't really tell you what people who have a different perspective to me would see it. But me personally, I was very happy to see Timo Werner signed by Chelsea. I was very happy to see him not go to Liverpool, even though there were links to Liverpool. When he came, I believed that this guy was gonna be a goal machine, and that's why I was keen on him. I was unhappy to see him being played out of position by Lampard, and I think that's where we started to see the fan base kind of give him the benefit of the doubt, because he's not being played as a striker; he's been played as a winger, and because he's been played out of position, he isn't fulfilling his potential. I was one person who was, I mean, Max Burton, he could vouch for this, but I was always making videos and talking about play him in his position. Please play him in his position. And then guess what? We started to play him in his position, and he didn't do nothing different. And now, in my opinion, it became a confidence issue. And that is why he's lacking, because he started to lack the confidence that he used to have in the Bundesliga. Now, why do people give him the benefit of the doubt? It's because they think he has the potential to, but he's not fulfilling it, and he's one game away from fulfilling it. We've got to play him against Watford, because you know what? He might get a hat trick against Watford. Oh, he didn't.
Yeah,
all right,
look. Yeah.
Let's try with West Ham. Oh, he didn't, and then we keep on doing that.
It's too much, man. There's been too many matches. There's been too many games. You have to just at some point you have to just come to terms with the. And this was I said this a long time ago. I don't know if you guys remember when I said we need to stop looking at Werner in a certain way. We need to look at him in a different way. We can't expect him to get goals. He's not going to score us goals. He's going to contribute where he can. He'll run. He'll put in a shift. He'll try and drag people out of position. That's what I said last season, a long time ago. So I already saw it. And a lot of people who still think that he can be this goal scorer for us, he can improve so much, he can replicate what he did at Leipzig. It's just not going to happen. And I said the last stream I was on, Werner will not improve. He is what he is. So we just need to come to terms with it.
Werner can go to another club and he could play better. And he could do it in the Premier League. He can't do it for Chelsea. He can't do it for Chelsea. I think. I'll give you an example. Bakayoko, the performances that he put in for Monaco before we bought him were top class. The performances that he put in for Napoli, AC Milan, were good. Had he put in those performances for Chelsea, he would still be a player for Chelsea. Sometimes a player needs to go to a different setup, a different league, a different dressing room, a different atmosphere. Sometimes you may have a player in the team, a member of staff in the team, that will enable you to perform. And it might be a factor that is so small that you can't really identify, but there is a factor that makes a player perform better. And I know people are going to say, the French league is different to the English league and the Italian league and whatnot, and it's true. But I think that there are other little factors that make players.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much more on Werner. I just want to be quick and round up.
Sure.
So just to conclude with Werner, Alan Shearer said he isn't a natural goal scorer. And that is, I think most people who are paying attention noticed this a long time ago.
Yes.
And the sad thing is, not only is he not a natural striker, finisher, he's not good enough as a footballer, His decision-making is very questionable. His ball control, He's dribbling. He doesn't dribble. So these are very big issues, which I just don't think is Chelsea level. Like what we're trying to get to, what we're trying to do, he won't be able to. Like I said before, last season, I'm willing to give him some more time. He can be a squad player, but he's not. I don't even know if he's good enough to be a squad player at this point. But yeah, moving on from Werner, I don't think.
Just 1 second, Eric. Alan Shearer. If Alan Shearer says you are not a good striker, that's all that matters, because Alan Shearer for me is a legend, one of the best strikers to have ever played in the Premier League, and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to identifying a good or a bad striker. If he talks about a midfielder, a goalkeeper, a defender, I ain't really gonna pay too much attention to what he has to say. But when it comes to striker, if anyone knows about scoring goals, it's Alan Shearer.
Well said. Yeah, exactly. And moving on to Alonso. Alonso is not. We can't rely on Alonso long term. We just can't. He can play in the next match. That's not a major issue. But long term, we have to figure something out. And I'm pretty sure Tuchel knows. He was asked about it in the press conference, and he didn't look too comfortable when he was responding. So he didn't. No,
it's true. It's true. Yeah,
So,
I picked up on that
look,
as well. I agree.
Yeah, Alonso isn't the long-term option. We have to figure something out. The team in general, very disappointing. I despise Man United. I really do. They seem to have this superiority complex. They still think that they deserve to win games. They deserve something because they're holding on to their past glory. And they're just not a big, I said it before, Man United are not a big club in 2021. Yes, they're a big club based on their history. Everybody knows about their history, but in terms of football, winning trophies, the things that you use to determine what a big club is nowadays, they don't win trophies. The last trophy they won was in 2017. I think it was the League Cup or something like that. Or maybe it was the Europa League.
I was more disappointed in the draw with Man United than I was with Burnley.
That's
how bad it is.
I completely agree. And that leads me on to the next point, which is the team. The team don't create enough chances. And people were saying, we're creating chances without Lukaku. We're doing so well. Look how many goals we're scoring. But they can't seem to keep it going. The players stepped up for a little bit, but then what happened all of a sudden? Decision making is not happening. There's no kind of clear strategy to create chances and score goals, which is a very big problem. And we're also not utilizing a striker in the way we play. And anybody who has played in that striker position hasn't gotten the goals. Pulisic played there, didn't do anything. Havertz played there. Okay, he got one goal against what team was it? In the Champions League.
Malmo?
Malmo, yeah, Malmo. Yeah. He got a goal against Malmo, but he didn't. Lukaku got like 0 goals in 7 matches. This is a major problem because I'm thinking in my head, okay, Werner isn't doing what Lukaku will do for us. But Lukaku comes in and he's not getting the service and he's not scoring. And I know Lukaku is not a bad striker. So Tuchel has to figure it out and get the best out of our team going forward. Because you can say what... Yeah.
And it's funny, Eric? It's funny that you mentioned that because a lot of the talk is that we play better without Lukaku because, we get more fluidity from the attackers. But none of those attackers are scoring. We're getting goals from our defenders for the most part, Like
that's the problem. That's what we're doing last season.
Goals are coming from defenders.
People thought last season was fine. Oh, look what we did. We won the Champions League. What are you talking? No, we won the Champions League, but we didn't score the goals we need to win a league title.
I'm just sorry, Eric. We've been streaming for 40 minutes, and we've only got down to 4 of you.
Yeah, I'm taking too long.
These 2 minutes are kind of weird.
Yeah, it's too long. It's too long. Okay,
venting.
Okay, let me try and round off quickly. Wrap it up. So the team needs to. I can't be too critical about goals conceded. We can't. We're still really good defensively, but we need to score more goals. Because against Burnley, how can you just score a single goal against Burnley? That's crazy. We should have scored at least 2 or 3. So, and the goals considered doesn't matter then. Same thing with United. True. So that's it, man.
All right. Big up, Eric. Listen, guys, before I go to Kasim, got to say a couple of things. My Twitter handle is in the pinned comment. If you're not following me on Twitter, click on that and give us a follow. You'll get updated to everything that goes on the Blue Lounge. If you haven't subscribed yet, think about it. You'll enjoy it. And we've got 57 likes on the stream, with more than 100 of you on the stream. So big up to you, and hit that like button, please. Appreciate it. Kasim, let me hear your thoughts on the Man United game, mate.
I don't know how to start this one, bro.
You've got 2 minutes, mate. Don't go 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
No, it's gonna be less than that. I've got nothing to say there, really, bro. I just, I was just devastated, really. Regarding Werner, I think we know his ability. We watched him enough now, and I was like Eric. I said his ability is not there, but we need to give him a chance. I disagree with MDT when he said he doesn't offer anything to the team. In this game, yeah, I blame the manager for this game. I think the manager got it all completely wrong, from the lining up, from choosing Werner ahead of, because I said it. You remember MDT when you said Werner gonna start, and I said, what are you talking about? He's gonna put 11 players in the box. Werner is not his game. And what is Tuchel do? Tuchel be doing mistakes after mistakes all the time. People can come to me and a chat and be talking nonsense. But I spotted it since his second game in the league against Liverpool, when he didn't get Werner. That is a game he saw Werner. City, not Burnley, not Man United, when he bought 11 players in the box. So, yeah, Werner cannot finish. He cannot play football. But ultimately, not all in Werner as well. I think the manager was very bored. Tactically, he was very poor. Even the substitution he did. I don't know what Pulisic will play. I don't know what Reece James will move to the left-hand side. It doesn't make sense to me. And obviously, about Jorginho, last man in the back, who has no base whatsoever. That's all about. And that front, that you can actually, literally, the manager can see Jorginho, the last man. He's standing in the line, and Jorginho is standing in the line of midfielder. And if he say, hang on a minute, before you take the free kick, Jorginho, you push forward. Reece James coming in there. What is that all about? That's on the manager, 100%.
Yeah,
he's choose the personnel.
There was tactical errors there.
It's not first time, Mo. It's not first time, bro.
Yeah.
Let's people like it or not. It doesn't really matter. People like it or not, man. Because people are gonna come.
Being there was a mistake. Definitely a mistake.
It's not. Can I just address something, Mo?
Yeah, go on.
Right. I need to tell people, they need to understand very well. Not because Tuchel was in the Champions League, he's not going to be free from criticism. I said that from his yes, that's my point, from his first stream on the first day in the Premier League, okay? He made a lot of mistake. I don't care what anyone say. If anyone want to say something, just say it. But he made a lot of mistake. Pretty much every game. Even the lining up against Juventus, that was a mistake. Kante and Chilwell injured because his fault. I'm telling you now, and I called it. I'm not calling it now. I called it before the game.
Yeah, that I disagree with you, Kasim. Should he have picked those players? Debatable. But the injury is not Tuchel's fault. I mean, there's no way on earth he could have predicted that we would lose two key players in that match. Should he have played Alonso instead of Chilwell? I don't know, maybe. Should he have played Ruben Loftus-Cheek?
Sauber and Kante. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I mean, again, hindsight is a luxury that we have. He doesn't have. So
no, MDT. Sorry. Listen, bro. When he got, I said it, and I said it again. Okay. When he got the Champions League and 3 days later got a game, and 3 days later got a West Ham game, it's a common sense, bro. That was in the manager against Juventus.
Kasim, I see what you're saying, but the basis of your argument was the Champions League is not as important as the Premier League. And
no. I never said that, Mo. I said to you, we're pretty much qualified. You don't need to play a strong team because we've got a Premier League 2 games a week.
We hadn't qualified at that point.
Pretty much more. Come on, logically we were, bro. We were 9 points and Zenit 3 points.
6.
We were qualified. We just didn't get the top spots at the time. Yeah.
No. At the time, we hadn't qualified. At the time, we hadn't qualified because Zenit.
No. But I mean, it's close enough more.
Mathematically, they could still have overtaken us. Now
That's
we
what I
have
wanted to say,
qualified, and finishing top. Finishing top. How important is that? Debatable, because you could finish top and get a tougher position. You can finish second and get a tougher position. So it's debatable. But Kasim, thank you for your insight. Boogeyman, welcome to the stream. How are you, my man? How you doing?
Hey, hello guys. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. How you doing? Everything good?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm good, I guess.
Boogie.
Yep.
For Boogie and for everybody in the chat, this is the plan for the stream. Because I've got Boogie, Max Burton, DJ Sav, and Bobby came on after we started the stream. This is the plan for the stream. We're going to be talking about the Manchester United game for a little bit. Then we're going to be talking about the Ballon d'Or for a little bit. And then we're going to jump into our match preview for Chelsea Watford. So lads, if you are sitting without a drink, without a snack, go grab something. Because we're going to be here for a little bit. We're going to be here for about a couple more hours. So go grab a snack, grab a drink, relax, chill out. Hit that like button, the subscribe button, so I don't keep pestering you. And just listen to what we have to say. Boogie, give me your assessment of the Man United game. I mean, we didn't get a chance to do a reaction video. So just give me a quick assessment of the Man United game, mate.
Hey, difficult one. I'm trying not to be too emotional about this whole.
It's hard not to be emotional, yeah. It's hard.
At least we went to that game not overconfident, but at least we know that we're going to win it. It's just that's the way we went to the game, and Michael Carrick has just dropped Ronaldo pretty much, and just put two midfielder to close our wing-back spaces or wing-back channels.
To be fair, Boogeyman, Manchester United were playing to win that game. Did you hear Carrick's interview? That setup was designed to win the game.
I don't think they came in to prevent us to play. They know where the goals come from. Our wing-backs. They know for sure that our wing-backs.
I agree with you, Boogie. The thing is this: you park a jumbo jet in your penalty box, and then you turn around and say, "Yeah, we came to play against Chelsea and to beat them at the Bridge." That's what Carrick was saying after the game, and I cannot believe, that he would have the nerve to say that after putting in that performance, because the only reason they beat, I'm going to say beat, the only reason they drew with Chelsea is because we made a mistake, because we did not play to the standard that we have been playing to recently, and that's why they walked away with a point. It isn't because of his
actually. I disagree with
skills.
you that we didn't play at our standards. The game we dominated the game. We play exactly the game we used to play. The only difference is we did not score earlier. That's the only thing. Tuchel's system. That's
the problem.
When we don't score, we always succeed. When we score earlier, then Manchester United has no plan anymore. But the problem is when Tuchel is facing to tactical change, Tuchel just have a brain fart. He can't move. He cannot change a game anymore. So for me,
do you agree with Kasim?
The whole situation, the big elephant in the room is Tuchel. People can go around talking about Werner. People can go around talking about Hudson-Odoi making missing chances.
Boogeyman,
Go around talking about he is yet being whatever, not Chelsea level. Or whatever you want to say, that Ruben Loftus-Cheek didn't control the game properly. You can say anything you want in that game. Tuchel put the team in when the team was not performing properly. You know who was the coach on the field? It was Jorginho. Only Jorginho was talking to players. Move on, move. Jorginho was the coach against Manchester United, not Tuchel. Tuchel sat there, no nothing. And he waited. People say Alonso was taking a corner kick. Who is the coach? Are we just a team without coach? Are we Ruben Loftus-Cheek will drive the ball up to the box, then he stop trying to look at who to pass it to. Why don't you tell him to go in it? He has it in it. Ruben can do it. Go in a shot, dribble, try it, get a penalty. He stopped. Who is the coach of the Chelsea team? So the elephant in the room is Tuchel. People he wanted the Champions League. Who cares? Hey, let me tell you that. My point is simple. We don't finish second this season. It's not good enough for me. Third, it's not good enough for me. Fourth, it's not good enough for me. If we don't win this league, to go out for me. I don't want to see him.
No.
I read that point already.
Wow.
Thank you.
Hey, listen.
Big chat.
Guys, hold on. Today is what? Today is Tuesday, right?
Last day of November, bro.
Hold on. Today is Tuesday. We played on Sunday, so I actually thought 48 hours would be enough to calm us down. I guess.
No. The last 2 days was horrible, mate. Last 2 days been horrible, Mo.
I break my laptop. I have to buy a new one.
Are you for real? You broke your laptop?
I live in Manchester. Believe me, it's not gonna be easy until Chelsea beat Watford for tomorrow, because I'm in it right now.
Listen. Can I just step in quickly? I did say to you guys. I did say on the pull-up.
DJ.
Let me just come in quickly, bro.
No, I'm not, because I've already done the same thing with Eric. So if I let you come in,
so I'm sorry.
Sorry. Everyone will get their turn.
Okay, no worries. Okay, cool.
Sorry, DJ.
No, that's okay, bro. No problem at all. I respect that.
Boogie. Saying Tuchel out based on that, I think you are jumping the gun. I agree. Listen. I agree. Boogie out. Alex is saying Boogie out. No, Alex, you're jumping the gun as well. Alex, you're jumping the gun as well. No, listen. I see your point. I see Kasim's point. I see it. I don't agree that we should react in that way because it's too soon. I agree. Lukaku coming on in the 82nd minute was a waste of a substitution. I agree Tuchel, his substitutions over a few games have not really been good enough for me. He's not utilizing the bench in the right way. But again, I can't sit here and say that I know this better than Tuchel because I don't know what is going on in regards to the injuries, in regards to the form, in regards to personal things that is going on with the players. I don't know these things. So I can't make that judgment. But what I can say is there's been errors that could have been addressed better had we have made better substitutions in that game. So, again, Boogie, I respect your opinion. Agree, disagree, I respect it.
I won't add too much. That's all I want. I like to say, if we don't win this league this season, because this league is out to lose. If we don't,
I agree. I agree.
Go out for me.
No, that I disagree. I agree that we should be winning the league, but if we don't win it, Tuchel out, I disagree. But we'll come back. We'll come back and talk about that in future streams. Bobby, smoke signals. You're coming onto the back of a heated couple of conversations. Big up to you. Welcome to the stream, and let me get your thoughts on this.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen.
Big up, Bobby. How are you, bro? You all right?
I'm watching or listening with a lot of amusement. I've noticed a lot of attacks on Tuchel, which is absolutely ridiculous. I even wonder if you're angry at him because he's doing so well, rather than what he's supposed to have done.
Shots fired.
It's a serious shot, and I'm going to fire it because the shot has been taken at a man that has
Agreed
not
with Bobby.
really done that much wrong. Look, what are we doing here? One lousy game against Man United. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, we should have won. we have a problem with the forward line. It's a multiplicity of things, part of which is to do with the fact that they're young. Yes, maybe that's not a good enough excuse. Dropping and changing players. Chelsea have been traumatized by the fact that they perhaps dropped. I remember this Mo Salah everybody's talking about. When he was at Chelsea, he was flunking chances in front of goal. He was finishing some good chances, but he was missing a heck of a load of chances. That's why Mourinho kept him on the bench. Would you have played him ahead of Drogba? No. Ahead of Anelka? No, especially when he was at that form, at that age. So this is where we are scared of saying to these players before they reach their peak to be benched. We have one set of people like to criticize. You have one set of people say, oh, give him a chance, give him a chance, give him a chance. Doesn't matter, keep playing him.
Had we have had a different manager, would we be where we are in the Premier League right now?
No. Absolutely no. Do you think it's easy to be where we are with the team we have? All those kids, putting them together, all those players that were misfiring under Lampard. Who in world football will do a better job? Who?
Yep.
I watched. I'm more angry at the Ballon d'Or really than what happened against Man United.
We're going to get into
we're coming to that. We're coming to that. Yeah. This is the thing. You see, when people have too much, they tend to throw their toys out the pram. And when you throw your toys out the pram, you're looking for new toys and they're not forthcoming. This man is one of the best, if not the best, coaches in world football today. He's going to make mistakes. This is the English Premier League. He's done his position, and the position of his team shows how much better he's done than the others in that league. And all of you guys that love Pep Guardiola and love Jurgen Klopp, how much better, how less mistakes do they make to Tuchel? They're not better than him. They don't make less mistakes than him. He's a human being. He's trying to fit so many different things together. Look at a very telling point was his comment about when he brought on Aspi in the game against Juve. And he said, look, he just wanted to get Aspi on because Aspi hasn't been playing, and that he felt sorry. He knew he could probably feel the eyes of Alonso in his back because Alonso wanted to play. He's managing different characters, different emotions, and trying to get a balance. And boy, has he done well. And people sitting here saying, oh, if he's not made, if he doesn't become first this season, Tuchel out. What are you talking about? I believe he should do, and I'll be very disappointed if he doesn't, but I wouldn't want to bin him. I wouldn't want to bin him at all. The criticism is unjust. The criticism is overreactionary, and it just blows my mind. I guess maybe I've been watching football too long. I've learned to live and deal with disappointments, especially back in the day watching Chelsea. But, 1-1 with Man United, yeah, we had a lousy game, but we're still top, even if it's by a point. No guarantee any of those people will catch us.
Bobby, we've got like a million topics we're going to cover today, man. Can you back up quickly?
Excuse me. No.
Sorry, Bobby. I'm just pulling a leg, mate. No. I agree, Bobby. I agree. I mean, we all have the right to be frustrated, to be upset. We had high hopes for that game, but I don't want to see us being reactionary. And to say if we don't win the title, Tuchel out. I'll say this: if we don't win the title, we're gonna be asking questions. We're gonna be demanding to see some changes, but the manager is not one of them. Because as far as I'm concerned, we need to have some sort of consistency. Consistency, is that the word? I think it's the word. We need to have some consistency.
Or stability, mate.
Stability is the one. Stability is the one. DJ, why do you keep interrupting, man? I mean, how many times do I have to tell you to interrupt me? I'm kidding. No, thank you, DJ. Stability, that's the word. Stability is what we need. And I think Tuchel is the one that can give us that. He has the ability, he has the mentality, he has the charisma. I saw a clip a few days back with the Chelsea boys on a balcony with Tuchel talking to him. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but he was letting it. He was ripping them to shreds, shouting at them, and then he realized that there was someone filming him. Then he just turned around to the camera and he just waved and started smiling and just pretending like it was nothing. Tuchel isn't easy with our boys. Tuchel demands a lot, and he's tough with them. Maybe because we see him smiling and being diplomatic in his answers in the press conferences, we might think he's soft. Believe me, Tuchel is not soft. But again, it's going to take time. It's going to take time, and I think we need to give him time. First half season in charge, we won the Champions League. And this season, Super Cup, and we've got a hell of a lot more to come. So let's give him time. Max Burton, big up to you. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, my man?
Hey guys, hey.
Hey, big up, Max.
Welcome, Max.
What am I listening to? What nonsense am I listening to? This is
is that me or
No. I know where Max is going to come from.
But I want him to clarify because
let's talking about manager out. It's the stupidness about manager out, because that is the most reactionary thing I've ever heard. I just want to address two things really quickly. Kasim's first one went about Champions League. Listen, when we didn't finish top a couple of seasons under Frank Lampard, we ended up playing Bayern Munich, getting knocked out. So that was an important game. You can't just rest players for that. It doesn't matter. Second does matter, because with the teams who are going to be winning that league, most of them are going to be English leagues. The only team that we could probably draw is going to be PSG. All the other teams who are going to be finishing second in their group are on paper winnable games. So this is important. We could face the likes of Bayern Munich or other teams if we don't win our group. So every Champions League, as you said, Mo, you can't. It's the Champions League and the Premier League is the same. Yeah, so you can't just pick and choose. It's not like the League Cup or something like that. This is Champions League, so you can't put that on Tuchel. Okay, and we don't know what's going to happen. We didn't know that those players were going to get injured. True. I understand. I called the thing is everyone's disappointed against the Manchester United match. So you know what? I wasn't. I was disappointed at the defeat, but I kind of knew this result was coming, because remember when we did the stream earlier, and it was, when the Chelsea fan base are overconfident, I say this doesn't end well for Chelsea, and I said that to you. I said we got to treat this game with a bit of caution. United, we haven't beaten United for 6 games. We went 405 minutes without scoring a goal against Manchester United, or 425 minutes, I think, because we scored in the 60-odd minute against Manchester United. They were proving a bit of a bogey team to us, okay? Callum Hudson-Odoi, Eddie put that chance away in the first couple of minutes. I reckon we win that game 2 or 3-0, and that's kind of the difference between winning and losing. And it's not Tuchel's fault that we didn't put our chances away, because once again we created a lot of chances, couldn't put them away. What I do blame Tuchel for, like the rest of them, is the substitutions, because I said he should have probably made his substitutions a little bit earlier, waiting until 68, 72 minutes to make the first substitute when things weren't happening. Well, I think he could have done. But like for instance with the Lukaku one, I don't know what the situation was with Lukaku. Okay, maybe you only had 10 minutes in it. Maybe the physio said, really, we don't want to put him on. You need to put him on to try and get a goal, give him 10 minutes at the end. Yeah, so that's probably what he did with Lukaku. Why he didn't bring him on earlier. What I would have done, I'd have taken off Werner earlier, because he was just. I think I came in when MDT was talking, and I was on the stream with him and Kasim on Saturday, and he made some good points about with what Werner's doing. He's taking up spaces that he's running out of the wide. He's not staying in the middle. So Callum Hudson-Odoi couldn't do his normal runs because Timo Werner was there. How many crosses did Reece James put into the box? Nobody was in the box to capitalise on them. What Pulisic did last week, although I don't think, on the ball he had a great game, but what he did, he occupied the middle. And that took up 2 defenders from the Juventus team, and it allowed us the space on the wings to run into. So I'd have taken him off because it wasn't working. Bought on Kai Havertz if Lukaku wasn't ready. Bought on someone like Kai or Pulisic could have come on a bit earlier. And the other thing I'd have done when he brought Pulisic on, rather than moving Reece James over to the other side, I'd have put Pulisic as left wing back, because Manchester United weren't really coming at us, were they? They weren't offering anything going forward. So if you want to take a gamble by putting him as a left full back, keeping left wing back, and keeping Reece James on the other side. But we are going to get results like this. Everyone's going to get results like this, because with all the other teams have had results like that. Man, Liverpool lost, from winning positions. They drew against Brighton and Brentford. Crystal Palace have beaten Man City. So everyone is going to get results like that. And if we don't win, even if we finish third, the reason we'll finish third maybe is because obviously Liverpool are playing well, Man City are playing well as well. We've got to remember these are 2 good sides who've got players who are a little bit, when I say better, because they've had a manager longer, their coach, so they know their system better than us. We are a young team. We are only going to get better. Liverpool, I think, have reached their ceiling for me. For us, we can get better.
We haven't peaked yet, Max.
Yeah, that's the thing. The good thing is we are top, and our strikers are not even. I'll check. Our defence has been good, midfield has been okay, but our strikers haven't even clicked, and we're top of the league. Can you imagine if they start to fire? We got nothing to be worried about, guys. Yeah. Once our strikers start to fire, then we're going to be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. And if it's not, we don't win the league, it's probably because one of the other teams have just performed better than us.
One thing, Max, and I think this is true to Bobby's comment as well. Chelsea are top, and we are underperforming. We are top, and we are underperforming. We're going to win our group hopefully in the Champions League. We are, we're going to enter next year hopefully top of the league, and we're underperforming. So can you imagine if we start to perform?
Exactly.
So
yeah. Because I think Liverpool are playing at their maximum at the moment. Yeah. I don't think there's anything better that Liverpool can do at the minute.
Yeah.
City are playing decent, but we are still, as I said, we're getting results. We're getting results.
Something quick, Max. Sorry.
Boogie. I'm gonna wrap up with Max, and then I'm gonna speak to DJ.
I'm done.
Okay, I'm gonna speak to DJ, and then I'm gonna open it up for like 10 minutes before we talk about the Ballon d'Or. So, DJ, I'm sorry for Max. Thanks to you, appreciate you, Max. DJ, sorry for stopping you,
not at all. Not at all. No, I respect that, man. I respect this. Big up to everyone.
Welcome to the stream, DJ. Big up to you.
Thank you very much, guys. Big up to everyone in the comments as well. Listen, I'll keep it short as I possibly can. First of all, this whole Thomas Tuchel to go if we don't get someone is utter nonsense. First of all, I think people have got to remember we were before Liverpool's goals on Saturday. We were 26 goal difference and 5 goals now conceded. I think that's still the same thing now. So we're still the least in the Premiership, first of all, on that. We are scoring goals from all over the pitch at the moment as well. So in that kind of like where I get, people talking about, the striker should be doing it, but we are scoring goals from all over the pitch. So I thought I'd just throw that one in there. I did actually say, I don't know if you guys can remember, I did say on the stream that we did with the guys, the United fans and the Arsenal fans earlier on, I did say, don't think this United match is going to be an easy match, because United at this moment in time are a wounded animal. They're not going to go and carry on losing games as they've been doing. And just because they're going through this little situation doesn't mean they're going to make it easy for us. I know we're playing at home. It should be a winnable game with the form they're in at the moment. But we all know this is Manchester United. And as Max and Max has alluded to it, Bobby's alluded to it, we've not beaten them for how many games now at Stamford Bridge now. They've always seemed to have the upper hand over us. For some other reason, either beat us or they draw with us. So that wasn't always going to be easy. I mean, I was at the match on Sunday. I have to say, I was at the match on Sunday. I was a bit, obviously, we did have our chances. I've also been seeing, obviously, Callum missed his opportunity. There are a lot of people saying on a lot of other streams saying why he did not square the ball to Timo Werner. If you actually watched that match closely, there was no way he could have squared that ball to Timo Werner. All he had to do was just shoot, was what he did, was the correct thing to do. All he had to do was actually dink it a little bit more and have gone into the back of the net. It's as simple as that. Yeah, there was no way he could have squared it off for Timo Werner. Right, so why people are getting on Callum Hudson-Odoi's back, I do not know. Once again, it's the whole thing again of we hype a player up. The minute he has a bad game, we put him straight back down to the ground again. This is what our fan base is always doing. And this is why I get angry. Even this whole Timo Werner thing, I'm vexed with Werner as well. And usually I'm been his big advocate, as you guys know. He missed on Saturday, and I wanted him off the pitch as well, personally, after the misses he did on Sunday, right? But again, I won't knock my players. What they did on Sunday, some of them was not great, but I'll still not knock them, okay? I'll still say they're still wearing a Chelsea shirt. They have to go out there and do it every week. But getting these criticism from fans, I'm not talking about you guys, by the way, either. I'm just talking about general. All it's going to do is open up another can of worms for all our players on media chat, getting the crap coming their way. And I've seen a lot of it already going around, especially about Callum Hudson-Odoi. I've seen in the last couple of days, the crap he's been getting from media is unbelievable on Twitter. And, you know, we've got as fans, you know, for me, we've got to stop this toxicity. Every time we seem to, you know, we have a draw a game or we lose a game, which we've not done in a while, by the way, I say losing a game, the fans just get on our players' backs. And this is what I don't like. Before this situation with United, we're top of the league. You're like, as I said, with 26 goals, 5 goals conceded, and people are still getting on our players' backs. I don't understand our fan base whatsoever. I really don't. Okay, and you know, and like Max and Bobby, I've seen Chelsea through good times and bad times. I've been a supporter of them since the 80s. I've seen my team go from where to where they are. Okay, to this day. Okay, it's you're used to it as a Chelsea fan. You get used to it. There'll be days like this when we may not go. We may go 5, 3, 4 games not winning games. This is what it's all about with Chelsea. It's not about every time win. As long as we're not losing, all right. And we didn't lose, but fans are still giving it this and giving it that. But for me, look. It wasn't a great game. Obviously,
DJ, sorry, DJ. I agree. We need to look at the bigger picture. We need to look at where we are in the league. Look at, you know, the performances, the results. I mean, performances debatable because you know we've had some bad performances, but we've had good results. So I think we need to try to. See, it's hard for me to say be less reactionary because it's hard. This is a passion that we have. This is something that we get very emotionally attached to. I mean, literally, I've had 2 of the grumpiest days of my life. All right, because of a draw. Now, how do I explain that to my family, to my kids? You know, why are you so mad? Oh, well, we drew against Man United. And so, but for us as fans, as you know, this is something that means a lot to us. So when we come on the stream and when we talk and when we, you know, I mean, I can totally understand why Kasim said what he said, why Boogeyman said what he said. I disagree, but I understand why they say that.
Oh no, I wasn't debating them.
No.
I get that.
The point I'm trying to make is. Even those fans out there in the Twitter world, in the Instagram, you know, wherever social platform they're on, when they get angry on the back of a result like that, I can understand it. I don't agree with it, but I can understand it. And that's the thing. Those fans also need to understand that, you know, their point of view when they put it across in that way. It's going to have repercussions, and this is one thing that MDT spoke about a lot in the past. Don't think that you live in a vacuum. Don't think that you live in a vacuum. Wherever you are, I mean, even if you tweet and you see like 3 people or 4 people have read your tweet, one of those 3 or 4 people might relay that to a player, or one of those people might be a player, and that tweet that he's read is going to impact him, impact one of our players. So whatever we write on these social media platforms, whatever we say, we need to take into account what is the benefit of what it is we're writing down on this tweet. What's the benefit? Okay, because I'm sure no one wants to see the negative outcome of a tweet.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't tweet to piss people off. I tweet because I want to see something become better. Like if I'm tweeting and I'm saying Timo Werner can't shoot I'm gonna say can't shoot for shit. Timo Werner can't shoot for shit. Alright, if I say that, what is the benefit of me saying that? What is the what's the outcome? What's the positive outcome of me saying that? Nothing. Okay, but if I say we need to address this problem that we have with our strikers, then I am addressing something. I am trying to build something, to fix something. So it's just the way we address it. I see Julius in the chat. Julius, mate, come on, man, come on. We're about to talk about the Ballon d'Or, so if you got time, come on. DJ, sorry for cutting you off, mate.
No, it's fine, bro. I know you got cut off of time. That's what it was really it, mate. I mean, I can understand the frustrations. At the same time, all I'm saying is that we should have done better, and next time we'll win our next game. Come Watford on tomorrow, we'll win.
Yep. I'm going to switch into. Hold on a second. 79 likes. Lads, we've had nearly 3,000 people come in and out of the stream. And 80 likes? I don't know. I mean, are you guys not enjoying this stream? If you're not enjoying it, I can understand that, but I thought you guys were enjoying it. Can we hit the like button, please, lads? And if you're new to the Blue Lounge, consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to us. Really appreciate it. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is there for you in the chat. Julius, big up to you. How are you?
Big up. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Julius, we were just discussing the Manchester United game. I'm gonna open the stream for 10 minutes. So for 10 minutes we're gonna be discussing everything that's been said so far, and then we're gonna switch over to our assessment of the Ballon d'Or selections before we go and do our match preview for Watford versus Chelsea. So guys, it's open to you. I think Boogeyman wanted to come in on and add something. Boogeyman, get the ball rolling, mate.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly the word that I think it was you and Max that said something like we're not firing all our cylinder yet, but we're still on top of the league or something close to that.
I said that, yeah.
I actually think the opposite. I think this Chelsea team is performing really, really, really good. It's just the coach not choking the tactics to help the Chelsea team to win the game that are getting complicated. Because the problem is, even the game against Manchester United, we've been running that game. It's not. I'm watching the game. It just looked like it's like Chelsea have 21 men and Manchester United only have 5 men. We're just running the game pretty much. So we're pretty much firing at all cylinders. It's just when it's not working, do something. He just sat there, not doing anything. Why don't you switch the position of Ziyech? I don't know. Why don't you switch the position of Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi? Why don't you do something? Do it earlier and pack the game. Tuchel is not capable of doing those stuff. And it's against Juventus, we lost the game. I didn't complain because Barkley came in, changed the game, make those passes. We lost it. Against Liverpool, we tied the game. That we played 10 against 11. Against Manchester City, we lost the game. I didn't complain. I think we did our best. I was against the fact that we have 3 midfielders because it didn't help us. But at one point, you could take one midfielder up and put the second midfielder as possible. And we coming to the game. We lost that game. I didn't complain about it. My problem with this Manchester United game is it is there for everybody to see that at one point it's just the team does not know what they're doing. When Alonso started taking corners, when it was before even they scored the goal, even the commentator, everybody that commentating that game said, okay, I think time to bring some new blood in the front. And in the front line. We know our front line don't score goals. It's not new. Tuchel know that team. We know our players. There's nothing new about
then we are not performing. We are not performing to the best of our abilities, then are we, Boogie?
Yeah, but we can against Juventus. We play exactly the same system. We dominate 17%. Yesterday against Manchester City, we're playing we dominate 72%. It's not about, for me, it's not about we're not finding all our standards. We're still finding it, but we're not lucky enough in the front. The player needs some tweaking, tactical tweaking at one point.
How many shots?
That's the problem.
How many shots did we have in the Man United game?
At 11 or something. Let me check it again.
No. It was 20-something shots we had.
But how many on target? I think
on target. I think it was 4 shots or something.
Do they call the block also on target? No, I'm pretty sure they don't call the block, because when I was watching the game, I count all the 13 shots.
I think it was 4. I think it was 4 shots. It was 4 shots that were on target.
The problem, I don't agree with
that. For me, sorry, Boogie. No, I'm just trying to say to you, the performance. The reason why I'm saying it's not to the standard that we want is because of things of that nature. We should be scoring goals from our strikers, our attackers, and our defenders and midfielders supporting, chipping in. Right now, our defenders are the ones who are scoring, and our attackers are chipping in.
That's good. Me, I'm happy that our defenders are scoring. I'm happy that we have a front three that are so mobile. They run with the ball, they kick the ball doesn't go in. But when we notice that at one point there has to be change, I want the coach to impact the game. He's not doing it. That's my problem. So anybody that says Tuchel is the top manager, he needs to show it day in, day out. Against Manchester United, he did not show it. And me, if we lose this league, for me it's clear. The points are taken from us by Tuchel. It's not the team. Because we know who are they. What are we talking about? We've dominated that game against Manchester United. So what is the problem? We knew Werner is not going to score. Why did Werner have to be replaced at 82 minutes? Just bring someone else in it. Why? We know at one point Ziyech cannot do anything from his side anymore. Hudson-Odoi missed a lot of chances, or two clear chances, but he keeps dribbling and he can't see anybody to pass the ball to. Do something, Tuchel. Just change it. Do something so we know you're trying to impact that game. Alonso's taking 2 free kicks. Why? What is that even about? I don't understand it. Tuchel, no, Alonso, don't take it. Jorginho, you should not be the one at the back. All those things. Impact the game. He sat there just. I mean, listen, man. If we don't win the league, Tuchel has to go. I repeat that again.
All right. I'm gonna give 2 more minutes. Anybody wanna?
Can I just say something?
Go on.
Yeah. To be honest with you, you guys know me. I don't like to criticize Chelsea players. When I was watching the game, if you check what was trending, there are a lot of people that were piling on Callum Hudson-Odoi for missing that chance in the first 5 minutes. They pile on him. If you check halftime, it was like he was. If you didn't watch the game, you would think that he was the worst player on the pitch, and they were piling on him quite heavily. And even when Mount came in the second half, he didn't even play a lot of minutes. Still, people say, "Oh, he didn't do anything on the game." So, but that's why I said this is wrong. Why are we always going after these young players? Callum is 21. He just turned 21. Mount is 22. Pulisic is 23. You name me. When Mo Salah was 21, 22, 23, was he this good? When Sadio Mane was this age, was he this good? When Frank Ribéry was this age, was he this good? All the players that we see we're competing with right now, were they this good when they were at this age of our front line? No. But our fans will make excuse for Werner that's turning 26. That's the reason why I reacted that way. But it doesn't mean I hate the guy or I don't want him at Chelsea or whatever. I want him to do well, but I don't think that he deserves more opportunity than these guys or less criticism than these guys. If Chelsea fans are gonna pile on the young players or the Pulisic or whatever, piling on them blood when they have 115-minute wrong mistakes in games or whatever, you have to be fair, because that game, the most ineffective player on the pitch was him. So that was the reason why it pained me more when I see that fans are being unfair on our own players, because it's easy to target the young players, especially the academy lads, and we make leeway for. That's the reason why. For me, it's nothing to do.
Isn't that part of the point I made, Mo? You know, that's part of the problem we've got. That's why we're not finishing. It's the age factor. You know, these guys are really very young. And I remember Mo Salah at that age. He wasn't this good. So, you know...
Even Kevin De Bruyne at 21, 22, he wasn't this good.
Yeah.
So that's why I always give the young players leeway. But it is not fair when people go after these young players, 20, 21-year-old, 22, and give a guy who is 25, 26, a German international,
but
more leeway.
MDT, I disagree about Salah wasn't good, because he was the best player for Basel. He was player of the year. He just didn't have a chance for Chelsea, bro. He didn't get the opportunity.
That was Basil. He wasn't good.
No. Come on, Max. He didn't get the opportunity for Chelsea.
He did get the opportunity.
Chelsea. He did.
No, he didn't.
Even he admitted himself that it wasn't the right time for him to come to Chelsea.
No, he didn't get the opportunity though.
I'm not going to get into debate about Mo Salah.
Can I just talk?
No. Mo, we're talking about the youngest. We're talking about the youngest. Was not.
Hold on. Julius. I bypassed you by accident. I think I didn't get to ask you about your thoughts on the Man United game. Apologies.
Oh, no worries at all. I didn't notice anyways. It's okay. No problem. Honestly, I wasn't planning to share my thoughts on the Man U game, but Boogeyman triggered me. So I had to. when he said, like when you're saying that Thomas Tuchel has to go if we don't win the league, that's outrageous, to be honest. That's unbelievable to say, man. Because the way we're playing under Thomas Tuchel, especially recently, I have never seen a dominant Chelsea team like this before. Never. Regardless of the results of the game, we made United look like a Division 3 team, not even a championship team. It was just the technicalities of the game did not go on our favor. And a little bit of unluck with a mistake by Jorginho, they scored the goal. They don't even know how they scored that goal. But Bruno Fernandes was just smashing the ball blindly and hoping for the best. That's what happened. So if you look at the season overall, I just don't understand why do you, with everything we've achieved and with how we're playing, I don't get who do you think would do a better job with these players, especially
Julius.
Yeah,
Julius, I just got to interrupt you for a second. When I was walking my son home from school, and when I heard that comment about like Thomas Tuchel, I nearly choked on my Fruit Loops. I was just like, "What? Where did that come from?" That's it. But carry on.
Yeah, no, it's his opinion. I respect it, but I'm trying to give my perspective to Boogeyman because I think he's still maybe emotional and angry about the game, and I don't think it. Like Boogeyman is a very intelligent human being, and I know he doesn't mean to say Tuchel has to go. It's just emotions, because it's just crazy, man. You cannot think at this moment just because we drew to United that Tuchel has to go, and also we shouldn't expect to win the league straight up. I said it in the beginning of the season. I do not think we will win the league, and I don't mean it in a negative way. I don't mean it that because we're not good enough. It's a process we're trying to build, and we're trying to build something special here using youngsters with some transfers to fill in the gaps, regardless if we agree on the transfers or no. But on a long term, we're going in the right track. These players, these youngsters are getting used to the system that Tuchel use, and it's only positive from there. That's it. We just have to be patient.
All right, listen. We have taken an hour and a half discussing a topic that I wanted to give half an hour to. So we are going to be here all night. So we've got to move on. I want to discuss the Ballon d'Or. And I want to discuss two winners, or two selections. The first one is Edouard Mendy being overlooked, and the award was given to Donnarumma. I'm going to show you guys something. Give me a second. Where is it? Oh boy, where is it? Maybe it's... I want to bring this on the screen. Share screen. Chrome. Alright. So if you guys can see on your screen, has it come up? Yeah, it's come up. This is a comparison between Edouard Mendy and Donnarumma for 2021. Edouard Mendy has played 50 games. Donnarumma has played 54 games. Edouard Mendy has had 27 clean sheets. That's more than 50%. That's more than half of the games he's played clean sheets. While Donnarumma has had 14. That means he's conceded in 40 matches, while Mendy has conceded in only 23. Goals conceded, Mendy only conceded 29 goals in the whole year, while Donnarumma conceded 47 goals. Trophies, Mendy won the Champions League and the Super Cup. Donnarumma won the Euros, one trophy. And the prize was given to Donnarumma. Based on what? I haven't got a clue. All right, so that's...
I do. I know what it is.
I'll give you all a chance to comment on this. I want to bring up another screen. This is for Jorginho. All right. So, Jorginho stats in the Champions League. He's ranked first when it comes to tackles and interceptions. Interceptions alone, second. Tackles alone, first. Ball recoveries, second. Successful passes, he's ranked first. Distance covered, second. That's in the Champions League. Because a lot of people say that he wasn't really a big part of the Chelsea team that won the Champions League. He was there for the ride. All right? Well, that's stats for you. Sky Sports stats. Jorginho in the Euros. Tackles and interceptions, first. Ball recoveries, second. Distance covered, first. Passes completed, second. Shot creating action, second. Fouls won, first. So the man contributed. I'm going to show you another screen. I'm going to show you the final screen. Let me find it. This is the final screen. Oops. All right. So this is the voting that took place. I mean, Tuchel called it election. The way that the Ballon d'Or is decided is by a certain selected group of people voting, mainly journalists. They vote based on a set of criteria, trophies, achievements, personal, team, status, reputation, a whole bunch of stuff. That's the criteria, and then they vote. Lionel Messi came first with 613 points. Jorginho came third with 460 points. That's a massive gap between first and third. Was Messi really that much better? Lewandowski, 580 points. He's a full 120 points ahead of Jorginho. 33 points behind Lionel Messi. Mohamed Salah, you guys are talking about him, 7th with 121 points. Cristiano Ronaldo, 6th with 178 points. I mean, Kante's, I don't know. The way that this has been done baffles the hell out of me. I'm going to give you guys, I'm not going to split this up to, whoever wants to talk. Open discussion. Anyone can jump in. We'll give it 20 minutes. Go ahead, Max.
Yeah, well, simple. It's simple, right? Listen, what club does Donnarumma play for?
PSG.
What club does Messi play for?
Chelsea, champions of Europe.
No, Messi.
PSG.
Messi,
Yeah.
PSG.
Yeah. Ballon d'Or is what? What is Ballon d'Or? It's a French thing, okay?
Yeah.
Right? So
But
if Messi wasn't...
sorry, Max. The French thing, only when it comes to selecting the list, I think when it comes to the votes...
Yeah, but they have a big say in it as well. They do have a big say in it with the Ballon d'Or because it's like it's my ball. I do what I want. I make the rules. If I'm losing, I take my ball. I run off. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is basically. Yeah. That's what it is. And so if Messi wasn't playing for PSG, he wouldn't have won this. I'm telling you that for now. And Donnarumma, because Messi, okay, he had a decent-ish season for Barcelona, but what did they win? They won nothing. They got knocked out of the Champions League. They got knocked out of the. They didn't win their league. Okay, he won he was part of an Argentinian team who won the Copa America for the first time in how many years? But the players that they've got in that squad, how they haven't won it before, I don't know. With Donnarumma, as I said, okay, we won the Euros, but I thought our goalkeeper. When you look at the stats, then you got our goalkeepers are way ahead. It's this Ballon d'Or. I don't take it seriously anyway. It's like a popularity contest. It's not who is the best. It's never been about who's the best, really.
I've been calling it the Teen Fans Choice Award forever. Like it's like voting for Justin Bieber or Bruno Mars or Mendes, Shawn Mendes. It means nothing to me. Like Teen Fans Choice Award. Like this is just a popularity contest. So I don't really focus on.
Yeah, so that's what it is. And even Ronaldo sort of called it, didn't he? And even if our man didn't win it, Lewandowski should have won it. It shouldn't have been Messi.
Can I make a point about the Messi thing? Because I heard that apparently they use what you've done previously. It's almost like your previous seasons count for you. As part of one of the criteria they use to determine who should win it. So
and Kante should have won it.
No, but what they use is like what he did for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Kante should have won it as a World Cup winner.
All the things, you could have argued that, but Messi has more longevity than Kante, doesn't he? So I think what they do is they use the previous stuff because of how consistent Messi is the most consistent player in the world. So they use like his past history to put him up there. That's why someone like Cristiano Ronaldo is where he is. There's no way normally he should be higher than Mo Salah. I mean, Salah has a much better year than Cristiano Ronaldo, but he's higher on the list, and because of that, the previous history. I think that's a huge thing that they use as well. So
I think you're right. I mean, Couch summed it right up. It means nothing. It means nothing to me. It never has really. It's just recently, the way the media pump it up and get us to have a look at it. And you see, the sad thing is, once you start getting into the popularity contest realm, popular amongst a certain group of people, and then the politics of it all comes in, then you're not dealing with football anymore. You're just dealing with, with agendas. And it's not fair. It's a reflection of really the world we live in today, really. We pretend to be fair, but we're not. The whole Ballon d'Or concept is flawed if you look at it. But at the same time, it is what it is. And if we look at it for what it is, then hopefully, I'm hoping more and more proper fans will just turn their back on it. It's rubbish. It really is. I'm not saying Messi's a bad player, but
guys, I'm gonna divert for a second. CFC Steven, thank you for sending me the tweet. I'm going to show you guys something, and I don't know if this is accurate, but this is something being tweeted now over the past 15 minutes. Apparently, it's via Adam Newson. Breaking news: Thomas Tuchel confirms Andreas Christensen hasn't featured for Chelsea in the last 3 games due to contract standoff. We have the hope it influences the contract situation a little bit. Apparently, this is from Adam Newson. So
I was thinking about it. It makes sense. It does make sense.
Yeah, I think it's not true.
Guys, just can I say something? I hope I'm wrong. But Chelsea have done this before. I hope it's not coming from the money. They've done it before. You know,
Did it to
I
Tammy
hope I'm
Abraham.
wrong. Thank you very much. And they did it to, remember Solanke? He was sat on the bench for the whole year until his contract ran out, and we had compensation from Liverpool.
It wasn't done by Tuchel.
Listen.
It was done by
No, I
Chelsea.
mean, not Tuchel. I'm talking about Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea have done this before, quite a few players. Even Malouda. Malouda last year, he was sent to the
Let me
reserve.
stop you there. Let me just stop you there, guys. There's a tweet from Monster. Matt Law confirmed on London is Blue podcast that this is not the case.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Bobby. Thank you. Because I'm panicking
A
here.
couple of hours ago. No. I saw that a couple of hours ago. That was a couple of hours ago. So who do you believe?
Matt Law is more.
He's more close.
Yeah, he's more.
And I don't think
He's
that
got his
Tuchel-
Chelsea connections, isn't he?
I don't think that Tuchel selects on contract situations. He just selects on meritocracy.
I hope not.
I agree.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be like, oh, I'm not playing. If that was the case,
if that was the case,
Christensen's going to win games for me. He's going to play Christian. Exactly.
Rudiger wouldn't play. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't understand why.
Boogie, can I ask you this question? You should remember who was at PSG when Rabiot refused to sign a contract and he was not played until he left. Who was the manager then?
It was Tuchel, I think.
Because the club told the manager not to play the player because he refused to sign a contract at PSG. Rabiot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Who was the manager?
The thing is, MDT Chelsea don't work like that anyway. We don't confirm that because remember, with what's his name, Daniel Sturridge, when that happened, they were saying that he was injured or whatever. We all knew that it was the problem was we didn't want to get him injured for the contract, but we kept saying we're never going to confirm that. That's
that's true.
So so I think that's a nonsense anyway. We'll always say something different, like he's just been rested or injured. We're not going to say because of his contract.
I think there is a half truth to this thing. I think there is some truth to it. I don't understand why Thiago Silva, at 36 years old, has played 3 games
in a row. Yeah, I completely
don't
agree.
understand
Because he's
that.
incredible.
So I'm pretty sure that there's some truth to this.
This is a segue. This is a segue. We're now gonna pick our lineup for the match tomorrow, and we're gonna see Christensen. We're gonna discuss Christensen. Before we pick our lineup, I have 2 lineups. One from MDT and one from Couch Critic. Did he send it to me?
I have one. I'll send
I
mine.
can share it with you.
I'll send mine now.
Max, send it to me on the group. Send it to me on the group. I'm gonna show the first one, which is gonna be. Boogeyman sent one as well. You guys, lastminute.com. Everyone is lastminute.com, man. All right, Couch was the first to send it, so we're gonna discuss Couch Critics lineup. All right, Couch, my man. The way we're gonna do the lineups from now on is the person who has picked the lineup, they will explain their theory and their thoughts behind it. I will be the only one discussing it with them until we move over to the group lineup, and then we'll discuss every position. So let's have a look at critics lineup. Okay, that wasn't it. Where is it? Where is it? It's share screen. There we go. All right, this is Couch Critics lineup. All right, Couch, talk us through it, mate.
All right, so I know there's been some difficulty about or questioning whether or not Lukaku will start. I think he starts. I mean, we can't go without him right now. He's healthy enough to be on the bench twice. Came on versus United, albeit late, but he's got to start for me. Saul Niguez is probably the big surprise, right, Langston? That's the big surprise? Okay, he doesn't want to talk about it. Okay. So, yeah, Saul Niguez is the big surprise for me. I think it just comes down to part of the pre-match. We're talking about Jorginho and he getting close to the threshold. I don't think he has an injury. I just think that he's probably getting into the red zone just due to a lot of matches. So I expect him to be rested, and we're going to take a chance to get Saul Niguez. There's no more, bud. There's no more, okay? We're going to wait for dinner now. So we're going to get Saul Niguez in there, and then we're going to get Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It's not the most stable midfield as far as I'm concerned, but, I mean, we just got to go with what we got to go with right now. There's no there's really nothing, no alternatives. I mean, Reece James is a worry as well, but, again, I can't. The only other situation – okay, Mama's home. Perfect. Okay, just give me 1 second, guys. The only other alternative I see there is you play Callum Hudson-Odoi there, and then maybe you play Mount on the left and then Havertz on the right. That could possibly work, but I'm thinking that we can't really variate the lineup that much and expect to take 3 points with Lukaku coming back in and whatnot. So I think we need to try and find some stability in continuity. So that's basically why I kept Reece James there. And, again, Callum as well for the same reasons. It's gone now,
right.
but I don't think I have anything. It's gone. I don't know. I put Christensen in there just because, again, I think it's time for him to come back in. And put to bed these rumors about him not playing because of contract talks too. But I have a strong feeling he's going to play.
All right, I'm just trying to bring it back on the screen. I don't know where it went. Here we go. My question to you is, do you think Azpilicueta deserves a game instead of Reece James? Because Reece James is doubtful, right?
Yeah, it's a good shout. I'm just saying again because of the. Sorry, guys, this guy's wilding back there. But because of the continuity of the attack and just familiarity on the pitch in that position, I just think Reece James should play there. I know he's kind of a bit of an injury risk, and it's probably not the best ideal situation, but you could very easily see Azpilicueta there. I just went with what I saw because we need to play people that are informed and get that 3 points. Like, I'm looking for 3 points right now, and this is the best lineup I see right now.
All right. I'll let you get back to the Fram. We'll come back. We'll come back to you. I'm gonna look at MDT's lineup. Share screen.
I have to go, guys. It was nice talking to you all.
All right, Julius. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Cheers, Julius.
Take it easy, Julius.
Have a good day,
Take care, mate.
Take care, mate.
Take care.
Cheers. Thank you. All right. MDT. MDT's got. Can you guys see it on the screen? Yes.
Yeah, we can see it.
All right. So MDT has Mount playing in the heart of midfield. He's got Ziyech, Pulisic, Interesting. No Lukaku. Azpilicueta on the right. Christensen. All right, MDT, let's hear it, mate. What's your thoughts behind this?
Yeah, to be honest, my lineup is based on the press conference, the injury situations, and people that are like on the edge. Because I look at it this way: the last thing we want, we've lost Chilwell. If we force Reece James to play and we lose him, that's the attack gone. So I think for this game, playing Aspi as a wing back shouldn't be a problem. I don't think if we cannot play him as a wing back against Watford, that means Aspi is not going to play for the rest of the season, because after Watford we have West Ham. Then all those teams are top 10 or teams that we will be playing. Most of them is the mid-table teams. So if we can't play him on these games, there's no need to have him. So I trust Aspi should be able to deputize for James. James should be rest and rehab whatever issue that's niggling thing that's disturbing him. And also in midfield, I think I would rather have Mount there than Saul, to be honest with you, because
I was going to ask you why is that? Why?
Yeah, because Mount is is very rare for you to dispossess him of the ball. His only thing he needs to improve more on, which he had it when he was younger, I don't know what happened, is releasing of the ball. Need to be quicker and precise. But other than that, to receive the ball or to turn or whatever, Mount is very good at protecting the ball. So I will trust Mount.
Yeah, but my only concern here, Mo, is that Mount hasn't had the best of few matches, and playing him in such a deep role might impact his performance even further, and that's my only concern.
Yeah, I agree with that, but the thing is, because we need him to do a job. It's not like, because right now the way we team in midfield, I rather him that's used to the league than Saul, who is not, because the Watford midfielders are very physical. They will outmuscle Saul easily than Mount. So that's my logic behind it, because I think Mount will be a better option than Saul for this game. If it was like a midfield which is not physical, yeah, Saul can come in. But this Watford midfield, the Premier League veteran in the middle of the pitch, like Sissoko, former Tottenham player, and they have quite a few physical players, which are they're very physical, and they're gonna outmuscle Saul. So that's why I went for Mount. And in the attack, I think we should stick to these three players, because
Lukaku is starting for you. Why?
It's a risk. I would rather Lukaku come in second half than playing Lukaku and get injured and we lose him for the Christmas period, because if Lukaku was fit, Tuchel wouldn't have played him for 10 minutes. He would have brought him in earlier. Lukaku is not fit. That's a sign. He just put him on the bench because, in case we are desperate, he will just lump it in. So try and see what he can do. Lukaku is not fit, and it will be risky. He is the only striker we have in our squad. It will be risky to play him when he's not 100% and risk losing him for the whole of the Christmas period and January period. And I don't think it makes sense. These three should be able to win us this game on a good day. So that's the idea behind it. If Lukaku was fit, Lukaku come in. But I don't think Lukaku can play more than 20-25 minutes. I don't think so. Maximum Lukaku play is 40 minutes. And, yeah.
All right, fair enough. People in the chat, how many times am I going to have to ask you? Can we hit the 100 likes already, please? We're on 95. If you're in the chat and you're enjoying the stream, let me know. Hit the like button. And if you're in the chat and you're new to the Blue Lounge, you'll enjoy it. Subscribe. You'll get notified. And if you're not following me on Twitter, link is in the chat. We're going to have a look at Max Burton's...
Mo, I've got to go, mate. Thank you, mate. I'll speak to you soon, mate. Yeah. Take care.
All right, Kasim. Thank you very much.
Take care, mate.
Speak
See you later, Kasim.
Take care, brother.
Okay, guys.
Cheers, Kasim.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, let's have a look at Max Burton's lineup. Max Burton, Thiago Silva, and Christensen starting.
I've gone really different today.
Reece James, got Havertz on there. Chalobah, in midfield. Interesting. Max, explain, brother. Explain.
Yeah, I've gone different. Because this is coming up to the Christmas period. We're now coming up to a time where we're going to be playing 7 games. I think in about 28 games, we're going to be playing a game every 3 days. So we need to utilize the squad. We need to be playing players, who are fresh. Having said that, I could arguably change Reece James for Azpilicueta, put Azpilicueta instead of Reece James.
Max, you put all of our defenders on that pitch, man. Who you vested?
But the thing is,
Malang Sarr, man. What do you mean?
Oh yeah,
I can't put Malang Sarr in.
My bad.
The thing is, because we're so short in our midfield area, then we need to play. The reason I got Chalobah in there as a centre midfield, same as what MTT said. Watford are a physical side. You've got like Sissoko and everything else. Saul cannot handle this game. We are in a situation where we've got no DMs if Jorginho doesn't play as well. And I wouldn't want to put Loftus-Cheek and Mount in there. I don't think that's going to be a strong enough midfield. Chalobah has played as a DM for most of his youth career, so he knows that position well. He's got the strength to play in that position, so that's why I've put him in there. I can't risk Malang Sarr, sorry. Watford are quite up front. They're quite dangerous. I know what's his name's not playing there. Sarr's not playing, but. So Christensen comes back in for me. The only reason why I didn't want Aspie in there, but obviously if James isn't fully fit, then he has to come in, is we got no creativity from either of our wing-backs. Because unless Alonso is a bit hit and miss when it comes to creativity down that side, and that's where most of our creativity comes from, the wing-back positions. And if we got 2 guys who are not giving us that, then it's going to blunt our attack a little bit. So Reece James, if he's fit, I think he's been on form, so I think he starts if 100% fit. No indictment on Callum Hudson-Odoi. I just think just give him a rest because with all the games which are coming in, so that's why I've gone for Pulisic. I don't think, like MTT said as well, I don't think Lukaku's fully fit. That's why I haven't got him in there. Havertz is back now, so I'll stick him in, and I'll play Mason Mount further forward, give Ziyech a little rest.
All right. My concern is you're playing too many centre backs there because, I know what you're saying about the midfield is a bit light, but we're not going to be able to rest any centre backs. I would play Christensen in the centre, Chalobah next to him. I'd rest Reece James and get in Azpilicueta.
Even put Aspie there instead of Silva, maybe, and then just put Azpilicueta as in Silva and swap him out because obviously Silva's an old man now and needs his rest. So possibly I'll swap him and for Aspie and leave.
We'll do that. We'll do that for the final team. I'm going to bring in Boogeyman. Boogeyman. Just loading. It's taking a while for it to load. There we go. Okay, so Boogeyman's team. What? Kepa in goal. Okay, defense I can live with. Attack. Not too sure about the attack. Midfield. Saul. All right, Boogie, explain to us, mate. Explain to us your Kepa in goal lineup.
The only reason why Cho is not in the attack is because I want to keep him on the bench as a backup for
Kepa in goal. Explain to me Kepa in goal.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I said to you, explain to me why Kepa's in goal, man.
Yeah, I think I've seen enough for Mendy, and I think we're getting into December. We need to rotate the team, and time to give some boost confidence to Kepa also. And I think tomorrow game should be the best opportunity to give Kepa a chance. If The reason why I have Christensen and Chalobah is because I'm thinking if one of them get injured tomorrow, Silva come in against West Ham, and then if Christensen get injured, Thiago Silva take Christensen position. If Chalobah is the one that getting injured, then Christensen switch back to Chalobah position, and then um, Thiago Silva come in the middle. So it gave me more guarantee. And especially Chalobah is 22, right? So he can play every 4 days. I don't think there's a problem there. The wing back, I put Aspi there because I'd rather have James rested. I don't even want James on the bench. And the reason why Cho is not in the lineup, it's not like starting, is because for me, Cho has to sit as a backup for Aspi as a wing back for this game. And
Fair enough.
I'm starting Werner Mount and Werner Mount and Havertz because I like to see those combinations we saw last season. And I think time to give Mount a proper run of games so we can have someone that can score goals and hopefully Werner also find his
Why?
combination.
Why do you have Werner on the right and Mount on the left? Why not the other way around?
The good thing about those three is the switch really good. And they're not static. My problem with Ziyech most of the time is the fact that he does not switch easily, or I don't know what's going on with every time Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi, they don't switch it easily. I like people that just switch it naturally. You don't have to tell them; they just switch it and they just run over the pitch. So I think that's something I appreciated last season, and that's the reason why I wanted to have Werner and Mount, and they also runner and they put pressure on the midfield of the opposition team because Saul is in the middle. And I think Saul came to Chelsea for a purpose, and that purpose is to play the defensive. I'm pretty sure he's been training at Chelsea Academy for that position, and time to just give him a chance to show what he can do. And against Manchester United, Loftus-Cheek for some reason didn't show Loftus-Cheek that I thought I've seen before. But let's hope that that was just one with performances because my decision is not to blame the player anymore. It's just the tactician. So every player you take at Chelsea, if you put 11 player from our Chelsea squad, you put on that field, we should be able to dominate the possession. We should be able to create chances. The only problem is when we're not scoring them or something is happening, Tuchel need to make the decision fast as possible so we can win Watford game. If he start that the way as a Manchester, then we'll run to the same issue again. Whether we're losing the game in the first half, he need to impact that game because I just don't see a way man to man. Whether Kante is injured, Kovacic is injured, whether Lukaku is injured, whether whoever you want to say is injured, we have Alonso and Azpilicueta have won us a lot of games before. Is love to check the talent is there, and our back line, I don't see anything wrong with them. Kepa, good, and our front line, man to man comparison against Watford, we're still way better. We will even dominate the game tomorrow. It's just the fact that tactically we're not getting help for Tuchel. That's my biggest issue.
Boogeyman, I have a question. Just one question.
You can't ask a question. You can't ask
Oh,
a question.
it was going to be a funny. Oh, it doesn't matter. I was going to ask why his chemistry is so low.
It's the position of the players. All right, we will move on. To be fair, Boogie, I kind of agree with you with half of your team. I disagree with your attack. I agree Azpilicueta will probably start. I agree that Christensen will start, at least to shut up all of this media speculation. Starting him tomorrow would end that. I would play Saul, because if you don't play Saul now, then when are you going to play him? But in attack, I wouldn't go with these three. I wouldn't go with these three. But again, we'll discuss that when we do our final lineup. Now, who do we have left? I think it's Eric. Eric is the last one. Let's see if Eric has good chemistry.
Much better than Boogeyman's.
89 chemistry. 89 chemistry. All right. Let's share Eric's screen. There we go. Okay, so Eric has Mendy in goal, Chalobah, Christensen, Rudiger, Parker starting with Pulisic and Mount. All right, explain it to me, Eric.
Yeah, okay, so I'll start from the top. This is mostly what I think Tuchel would do, but maybe with one exception. So Christensen on the Christian Pulisic on the left of the front three. I think I wouldn't rest Callum right now, but I think Tuchel might decide to rest Callum because he's played a lot of matches recently. So he might just say, you know what, just leave him out, and then maybe we'll go back. We'll go back to the. Maybe he will just leave him out for 1 or 2 matches, and then he can play him for like 5 or 6 more matches in a row. So maybe it's just a precautionary thing for Pulisic to come in. He's had a few minutes off the bench, and I think he can do something against Watford. And obviously Mount on the right. It could have been Ziyech, but I think Mount will be important for the West Ham match. So maybe getting him a few minutes would be good to prepare him. Obviously, he's not been in great form, but if he can, pick up form against Watford, maybe he can help him in the next match. And obviously, Lukaku up front. I don't believe that Lukaku is that far away from getting back into the team. I don't think that he wasn't played for more minutes because he wasn't match fit. I think that maybe there was some other reasons why he didn't play more minutes, but I think he should have had more minutes off the bench. And I think even if he plays for the first half, I'm just getting really impatient with the team going forward. And I think obviously it's easy to say that, but from what we saw, it wasn't great when he was playing. He didn't score in 7 matches, so the team weren't actually getting the best out of him. But hopefully he can come back in and have a good impact and have the good movement and the finishing that we need. We need clinical players right now, and we're struggling with that. So even if it's like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just kill the game off. That would be the kind of impact that I'm hoping for. Alonso on the left, that's, I think there's no need for any explanation with that. I think he was talking about Callum Hudson-Odoi on the left wing back. Well, that's what I was hearing. I'm not sure he will do that. I don't think Callum should play as a wing back at all, to be honest. Because even though it's Watford, I'm not sure it's good to, after all these games he's been playing well, even though he could have scored more goals, but putting him as a wing back again after playing him so frequently, up front, I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure how he would feel about that. It might affect his confidence. So I'm not sure we want to. I personally, I don't want to see him he's not a wing back, so I don't want to see that again. Azpi on the right, precautionary. We don't want Reece James to get injured. He's played a lot recently, and plus Azpi deserves. I think Azpi should get more game time. He's the club captain. Tuchel likes him a lot. So midfield, Saul, Loftus-Cheek. I think it's a risk to play Saul, but we have to take the risk. We don't have the luxury of leaving him on the bench, so he has to play. Christensen will play ahead of Thiago Silva to rest Silva as well, and that's it.
I'm surprised you didn't include Kepa.
You are? Why?
Why not?
Kepa can get. I mean, to be fair, it's Watford, but I don't think Tuchel wants to do that, right? And there's no reason to. I don't see why we should drop Mendy right now. Maybe when December just is.
I was being sarcastic, Eric.
Oh, you were? Oh, wow. No, but I do think Kepa will come in. I think Boogeyman is right. Eventually, Kepa will come in.
Not in the Premier League, not on the back of a draw against Manchester United.
No, definitely not now. But sometime I won't be surprised if he comes in once or twice in December. So, and definitely he'll come in when Mendy goes on international duty.
Yeah.
So,
I wouldn't be surprised to see Kepa actually play a major role in the World Club Cup, also in the other cup tournaments. I think he may even start against Zenit, but we'll see. All right. Cheers, Eric. Thank you very much, guys. We are going to do our own Blue Lounge TV. Baggy TV, Blue Lounge. We're going to do our own lineup. Now, I've already gone ahead and picked a few. I put Mendy in goal, Rudiger on the left, Alonso, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, because these are the players that everyone had in their lineup, and I think they will probably almost definitely start. I want to hear. Actually, let me sort this out in a different way. So we're going to have Bobby, DJ, Boogie. Alright. We'll do it that way. Okay. Bobby, who would you have as your striker? Bobby, can you hear us? I think Bobby might be AWOL. DJ, who would you have as our striker?
For tomorrow, I probably would try and put Kai Havertz in there tomorrow. The false number 9, yeah.
Okay, all right. Not Lukaku?
No, I don't know. I'm hearing Thomas Tuchel's press conference. I don't know how fit he is. And as we've already said already here, if he's not fully, then we can't risk him. I will still maybe bring him on for whatever we need to in the last 10 minutes. If he's fully fit, then obviously I'll choose Lukaku. But until that time, I probably would say Havertz for now.
All right. MDT?
I will false 9, in the 9 position, Pulisic.
Pulisic, okay. Havertz, Pulisic. Boogie? Boogeyman?
Sorry, Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz, all right.
Yeah, I will come in just once in a while because I'm doing something with someone. So,
all right, sweet.
The reason why I put Kai Havertz there is he in that position compared to what we saw yesterday, a few days ago with Werner, and what we saw a few days ago with Pulisic. Kai Havertz has, if he is fit, he has more impact in that position than all those two. If Lukaku is not fit, then I think all conditions at the same. I think Kai Havertz should hold that position.
All right, fair enough. Eric?
Yeah, this is more of a personal thing. It's not necessarily what I think Tuchel would do, but I want that impact, that immediate impact in the first half. So I'll go with Lukaku.
Right, so we've got 2 for Havertz, 1 for Pulisic, and 1 for Lukaku. Max?
Yeah, Kai Havertz, as I said before.
All right, so it's been fixed to Kai Havertz. Couch, out of interest, who would you have had?
I'm taking Lukaku just because much of what Eric said, but also because he's been on the bench twice. I don't know what the problem is. Like, he came in. He needs to get match fitness. If we're going to play him against West Ham next, when is he going to get minutes? So
sure.
I'd give him at least 60, and then if he's not up to it, then you take him off and switch the game. But whatever, either way, doesn't matter. I'm not necessarily a believer in like what Kai Havertz gives us as a number 9, to be honest. But again, that's me.
I think Kai Havertz would be better as an impact. I think Lukaku needs to start. I don't see Lukaku as being an impact sub. So, but we'll see what Tuchel does tomorrow. Who would you flank Kai Havertz with?
Oh man, it seems like a crapshoot these days. I'm convinced that Pulisic could probably come back in and play on the left. I know I changed my lineup, but Pulisic probably makes sense there, and Mount maybe.
Pulisic left, Mount right. Okay. Max.
I'll go with what I put in my original team: Pulisic and Mount.
Pulisic and Mount. Okay. Eric.
Yeah, same. Pulisic and Mount.
Okay. So if Boogie, who do you want?
Is Werner fit or not? Because he's
doubtful,
fit. Right?
He's fit.
His finishing is broken though. He's got a broken finishing.
Yeah.
Werner and Mount.
Werner and Mount. All right. So Mount is definitely going to be starting. MDT.
Pulisic and Cho.
Pulisic and Cho. So I guess Pulisic is starting.
Yeah.
All right. DJ, do you agree with this? DJ.
Sorry. Sorry, bro. I'm gonna stay with Mount on the right, and for the left, I will give Cho a rest. And keep with Pulisic on the left.
All right, sorted, sweet. Bobby, are you back? Bobby's not back. All right, DJ.
Yeah.
Who would you partner with Loftus-Cheek in the heart of midfield? And again, this is not your choice. This is who you think
So Thomas Tuchel may think do. As it goes, I think he will actually go with Sal Niguez tomorrow. There, I think.
All right. Okay, MDT. Someone's got a car horning in the background.
It's got to be someone in the States or something because
it's Canada.
Or Canada, sorry. We can't do it before 11 o'clock.
Mount is already picked on the team, so because I thought he was going to play midfield. So looking at this, I think I'll go. I'll go Barkley.
I swear, wallahi, I knew you were going to say that. I swear. Yeah, I swear you were going to. I knew you were going to say that.
Wow. Yeah. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Barkley. Wow.
Yeah, look, Barkley's done, man.
I'd see that one.
We'd lose that.
Barkley would never start for me again, man.
You guys underestimate Barkley. I'm
not underestimating him.
I don't underestimate him. Not in the 6. No, I can't play him in the 6.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the
no. He's not playing in the 6 because the thing is because one of the 6 have to move. One of the 6 always have to move. One will stay, and Ruben will stay. Ruben is going to play the Jorginho role.
But should Barkley ever start again for Chelsea? That's the question.
He's a good player. I don't think he's that bad.
Off the bench, yeah.
Would you rather have Barkley in Mount's position and Mount in Barkley's position? That's how
I would take Barkley over Saul any day. To be honest, I would trust Barkley in that position than Saul.
Ooh.
All right, so we got one for Saul, one for Barkley. Boogie. Well, Boogie's just said Barkley, isn't he? Boogie, who would you have there?
No, you said Saul initially. You can't change it now.
No, he can.
Yeah, at one point I was going to. I think in my previous team I put Saul there. Then I'm thinking about who between Saul and.
You can't agree with the MDT, can you? I mean, that's not going to happen, is it?
No, but between Saul and Barkley, who lose the ball more often? Saul. Barkley, no.
Saul.
So, and that's the position you do not want to lose the ball. And I think Barkley can tackle also. Barkley can dispatch the ball properly also. So
Barkley can tackle. I haven't seen that.
You never saw that?
Barkley can press. I'm not sure if he can tackle though.
What, guys? Barkley tackle against Juventus, and we all talk about that tackle.
So
one tackle.
Yes, the one tackle. The one tackle. Where you track back the tackle.
one tackle.
Yeah, but the
That's
question
probably what we're talking about. It.
Remember when Barkley made that tackle against Juventus?
You guys, you remember Barkley? You remember Barkley? You guys, I support Barkley. I support Barkley here.
If I can give you one example where Barkley tackle, that means I just prove you. Barkley
No, that's not what we're
That was
saying.
the question.
Only example.
No. You can't talk about
What about Barkley against Liverpool, against Everton? You remember Frank Lampard's season when our run to the
but we were playing midfield in Barkley.
Yes, but it was Barkley and Gilmour in midfield.
So you guys actually saying Loftus-Cheek and Barkley in that midfield, holding the two of them in the middle there, yeah?
Yep.
They're very physical. They're physical lads.
We have to.
They're not DM.
We have to keep moving. We have
They're
to
not
keep moving.
DM.
All right, so we got two for Barkley, one for Saul Niguez. Eric, who would you have?
That's 2 for Saul. He has to be 2 for Saul.
2 for Saul.
Barkley must never start for me again.
It's reluctantly, but Saul because.
Yeah. No, Barkley
he's
should
the
start,
fit,
but not in that position, Eric.
My preference is, as I said, my preference would have been Chalobah, but I don't think he'll go with Chalobah.
Yeah.
I think he'll play. So I'm thinking.
How about Sa in the midfield there?
Couch, let me hear your thoughts, mate.
I mean, it's quite simple. Like, if you don't believe that Saul Niguez can play this game, then he has no purpose as a club. It's the same thing that you just said about Azpilicueta.
Yeah.
Like, this is a role that you have him for. He's our 5th or 6th midfielder. If you can't play in this game, then he has absolutely no reason to be at the club and should be back in Atletico Madrid in January. So I got Saul Niguez, not because I prefer him as a midfielder. I would rather not see him in there for the reasons that many of you already understand. But it's just options right now. You're not going to play somebody out of position when you have a guy that's able-bodied in position that you brought on loan. You know, like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Would you play Azpilicueta as your right wing back?
I would, yeah. I would, now that I think about it, yeah.
All right, sweet. Max?
I don't want to because, as I said before, but yeah, if it means Reece James, if Reece James isn't fully fit, then yeah, it makes sense to put him in.
Oh, yeah. Eric?
You mean Azpilicueta?
Yeah.
Or anybody else? Yeah, he has to be Azpilicueta.
Yeah.
I think James needs a rest. Yeah.
Yeah. Boogie?
Bobby or Boogie?
No, Boogie. Bobby's not here. Bobby's asleep.
Yeah, Aspie.
All right. MDT?
Yeah, it has to be Aspie. We don't want to risk Reece James.
DJ?
Yeah, I was going to say Aspie from the very beginning anyway, and rest Reece James. So Aspie, yeah, for sure.
Let me just double check. Bobby, are you with us or are you sleeping?
Yeah, but it's
Bobby?
not downloaded, man.
Bobby's not here. All right. Guys, we are on 106 likes. Can we get to 150 before we end the stream? All right. Two centre backs, DJ.
Christensen in the middle.
Yeah.
And I'll have Chalobah on the other side of him.
Christensen, Chalobah.
Somebody put in the chat that Christensen won't play.
Oh, really?
On the app, I don't know.
Yeah, that's because of the Matt Law, Adam Newson type of reporting. I'm not going to make a judgment based on that until tomorrow.
But is there anything on the Chelsea website?
I'll be honest.
Yeah, Steven sent me the link. It was just something. Tuchel says he's waiting on him to come back and to get the contract situation settled. But it didn't say anything really about him not playing though.
Yeah.
If he doesn't start tomorrow, then I'm going to get worried. I'll be honest. If he doesn't start tomorrow, I'm going to get worried. All right. So it was Chalobah and Christensen.
Christensen, yeah.
MDT.
Yeah, Chalobah, Christensen.
Boogie.
Chalobah, Christensen, yeah.
All right. Eric?
Chalobah, Christensen.
Max?
Yep, same.
Couch, I guess you concur, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this is our predicted lineup for tomorrow's match. Can you guys please put your
I think it's Boogeyman.
Yeah, I'll just put him on mute. All right, so we've got Mendy in goal, Chalobah, Christensen, Rudiger in defence, Aspi, Alonso, wingbacks, Saul and Loftus-Cheek in midfield, Pulisic, Mount, flanking, Kai Havertz. That's what we predict will be the lineup tomorrow. Hopefully, that will be enough to Claudio and Nieri's Watford. Go on, Boogie, what's up?
Don't we think Mendy has go through, like, he play a lot of games and all those things? So don't give him some mental rest or something?
He's a goalkeeper.
Come on, guys.
He will get restless.
I don't know any goaltender that gets rotated like in the like I've never seen that before.
I mean, Tuchel did it once or twice last season, but
you never see a goalkeeper being rotated.
Not really. Not unless
he'll get his rest.
Not really. That many years then.
He'll get his rest when
really.
we play Brentford in the League Cup in a few weeks' time. That's when he'll get his rest.
It's not like these. When you need 3 points, you don't go to your backup goaltender.
How much work did he have to do against Man United? Tell me. 5 minutes worth?
My problem is Mendy distribution against Manchester United was not that good, and I just feel like at one point we need to give another chance to Kepa to prove his point. Also, if he's
Boogie, imagine this. Boogie, imagine this. Yeah, tomorrow he plays Kepa, and one of their players scores a worldie from the halfway line, and then we'll all be looking. Why did he start Kepa? Why wasn't Mendy there? Tuchel, bad decision. You and Kasim tomorrow.
The fact that you brought passing is just like
it'll be some next level debate.
I'm just trying to figure out what would be the Are we in this? Has Mendy played poor enough that he needs to be dropped, or is it just
because of his distribution?
He's being reactionary again because of the one bad pass, and he's being reactionary again. That's what it is.
Distribution.
Yeah, I love.
I want to hear final thoughts and a score prediction. Who wants to go
I'll
first?
go first because I need to go to bed. Right. So let me go first. Watford, we got to bounce back, don't we? Really, at the end of the day, bad day in the office against Manchester United. Watford are a team good in attack. Don't underestimate them. They're quite dangerous, even without Sarr. They've got some good players. That Dennis guy looks decent.
He might be out as well, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that'd be good if he's out as well. And then they also got who's the guy who used to play for Man U who scored a hat trick against them the other day, or 2 goals against them.
Joshua King.
Josh King, that's it. Josh King, yeah. He's in a rich vein of goal scoring form, but they can't defend for their life, and that's the thing. It's a team who can't defend against a team who can't put away their chances. So probably end up 0-0. Only joking. I think we're gonna win 3-1.
We're going to concede a goal tomorrow. Concede, huh?
We're going to concede 1 tomorrow.
Wow.
3-1. That's my prediction.
CM Gamer saying 5-0. Wow. CM Gamer. Got you, bro.
You know what?
CM Gamer.
I don't want to get too confident. Just like the Manchester United game, I want to be a bit cautious because I don't want to get all confident and then we end up with egg on our face. But one thing's for certain, it better not be like the last time we played them under what's his name, Conte.
Sorry.
Conte.
Was it
Conte?
No, you're right. It was Conte. I know with Bakayoko in the midfield.
Yeah, Bakayoko's disaster class.
They're not one of our boogie teams, are they? Watford.
No,
they're not, are they? We always do them over, don't we?
Mind you, in the last 10 games that we've played them, we've only beaten them 6 times.
Yeah,
drawn 3 and lost 1.
That's why I thought the stats.
Well underneath
Ranieri.
Quite well, yeah. So
they've scored 20 odd goals in 4 games under him. So they do score a lot, but they concede a lot as well. So yeah, we got to be. That's why I think they may get a goal, but their defence will breach them 3 times.
They are quite lethal on the counter attack, especially with that.
They've got some pace in that team.
That Sarr dude, he's
no, Sarr's not playing. He's
not
injured.
playing.
Oh, okay. There you go.
He's
That's-
out.
That's it. That's a good.
And if Dennis is saying that his namesake is out as well, then I'll be happy with that as well.
Yeah,
So that'll be
I'm
good.
hearing that he might not pass the fitness test, but again,
If those
who
two,
knows?
those are the main attacking threats. So if they don't play, then that's a big boost for us as well. But then they may go all defensive, so you never know. So we'll see.
We will
Anyway,
see. We will see.
Cheers, guys, and I'll see you
Cheers,
tomorrow.
Max.
Take care.
All right, thanks
Definitely,
again.
definitely.
Bye-bye.
Take care, man.
Yeah, big up, Max. Yeah, guys, tomorrow we will be streaming literally straight after the game. So once it ends, within 10 minutes, we will be going live. That will be our schedule for tomorrow. And I think it'll be around 9 o'clock anyway. So we'll be going live straight after the final whistle. Who wants to go next?
Me. I want to go next.
Go on.
This match, yes, like Max said, we need to bounce back, and I think we will. I don't want to focus on the individual errors that the team has been making recently, because if we score the goals we need to score, then it doesn't matter. We should be scoring more goals, and that's the main issue for me. We are fine defensively. I can't criticize the players. You can't keep a clean sheet in every game. So even if we don't keep a clean sheet against Watford, if we score 3-4 goals, it doesn't matter. Who cares? We win the game, we move on. I just think this match is I don't even care about the performance too much, because at this point of the season, it's about winning. It's just about the points. So just get the points, and for me, we need to kill the game off early. Score 2-3 goals early, game is over. Just see out the match, and that's what we have to do. So I'm expecting a difficult game. I'm not going to pretend like it's going to be straightforward. I'm not too sure exactly what we will do, because we rely so much on the wing backs, in the way we play. So I don't know exactly how we plan to break them down, but I'm not too worried about that. I don't think Watford are very good defensively. So I think we'll find a way. I think we'll win like 2-0, maybe 2-1.
All right, sweet. You know what? I don't like conceding. So hopefully it's 2-0. Hopefully it's 2-0. Big up to you, Eric. We will talk to you tomorrow after the final whistle. Have a good night, mate. And thanks for
Peace, brother. See you guys later. Bye.
Cheers,
Take care, Eric. See you later, Eric.
Bye-bye. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, I can go if you want me to. I can go if you want me to. Yeah, listen, I don't give predictions, I was just going to go for a Chelsea win. We need to bounce back, as everyone's already said. I'm confident we'll do it tomorrow. I'm not going to give a scoreline, but I'm just confident we're going to win tomorrow. I think it'll be a good evening for us tomorrow.
I'll give one on your behalf. DJ will not say 2-0. Will not say 2-0.
We'll say no score at all, mate. Just a win, bro. Yeah, as I said, guys, just a win for me. And as always, guys, it's a pleasure being on the show with you guys again. Thanks again, Mo, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow.
Take care.
Good night, guys. Peace out.
Are you going to the game?
No, mate. It's the Watford tomorrow. No, I'll be watching and come on with you guys straight after.
All right, sweet. See you tomorrow.
Peace, guys. Peace, everyone in the chat.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Good
night. Cheers.
Good night, TJ.
Right.
Hey, Bobby's back. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to take care of some things. Where are we? We've gone as far as what predictions for the game?
We're final remarks and predictions.
Can I go and then?
Do I fire away since I'm on already?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I think a lot has been said already about the whole Man United effect, and we were disappointed. In my opinion, slightly or overtly so, but we're winners, and that winning mentality has actually transmitted to the fan base. So we need to bounce back for sure. This game is going to be a tricky game, as is all the Premier League games, because of the kind of team Watford are. But as I always say, if we play according to what we can do, it's always about us. If we do what we are, if we show what we're about, they will stand no chance. It's just that simple. But if we mess about, keep doing silly things, wasting chances in front of goal, then it's going to be a long evening. I think we can win. I think we should just remain positive. Forget the things that have happened. The thing that's happened that's hurt us, and keep looking ahead. That's the thing about football. Man United, time goes round quickly, and think about this, lads. What a sweet victory it will be to turn them over on their own patch with this new coach they keep going on about. So look forward to that.
Definitely. Bobby, we will be back tomorrow after the game, live here to react, and hopefully we can react after the game, because if it's a draw or a loss, we'll probably have to wait a couple of days before we can talk about it. so hopefully we can talk about it tomorrow evening. Have a good day, mate, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, Bobby.
Thanks.
Cheers. Good night, Bobby. All right, Boogie. Let me hear it, Boogie.
Can I get back to you for 1 second? Okay, hey guys.
I disagree.
Listen, guys. The tomorrow game, I don't even want to say it is a must win or it is a tricky games or whatever it is. Normally, I know we have the squad with all those injuries. I still think we have the men or whatever the young men or whatever to win that game easily. Problem come when those young men on the field are not finding solution. Someone need to stand at the back and tell them, let's tweak it this way, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Someone has to lead those young men on the field. It doesn't have to be Jorginho all the time. Tuchel can also do it. So tomorrow game against Watford is going to be physical. We are one man down in the middle. Our distributor is not there. Jorginho. I'm not sure if he is really injured or just a tactic Tuchel is using. But then Kante is not available, and then now we're going to rely on Loftus-Cheek, who does not really like taking responsibilities too much. We're going to rely on him to control that midfield with Saul, which is also someone else. So my point is this: as broken as we are, I know we're good enough to beat Watford. What Tuchel is doing tomorrow is my unknown. So I'm not going to predict, because whatever I predict is all Tuchel problem. Tuchel needs to find a way to impact so we can score goals. If we come out of tomorrow game, losing that game or tying that game, I'm pretty sure I will find something in that game, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Chelsea other team will find something in that game to point it out where exactly that game went wrong again. For me, thanks for having me. And then tomorrow I won't be here because I'm traveling again for 3 days, so I won't be around anyway. So, and thanks for giving me time to vent my frustration of Manchester United defeat to them, and I'm still not happy at all. I don't know
out,
why.
man. Tuchel out.
I'm not sure, man. Okay, I'll see you guys on the weekend. Okay.
Peace, brother.
Right, Boogie, take care, brother. Have a safe trip. We'll see you when you get back.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, who wants to go next? MDT, Dennis. Dennis gone.
Okay. Very disappointing draw to United. There were some things that came to the fore, and even somebody in the chat kind of mentioned it here. DMX saying that we need a mature attacker, and I agree. I just feel like a lot of what we saw in that United game, in the Burnley game, a few other games as well, is just so we have an immature attack, very young attacking setup, and sometimes you just need somebody that understands, that sometimes it's better to just survey the pitch and give a pass than it is to just put your head down and shoot. And it's funny because it's weird to me because I don't even think that any of our attackers are actually really good finishers. They're not. And they never seem to. You would think maybe Pulisic, You would think that they were more playmakers and they'd be looking to pass the ball more, but for whatever reason, they always shoot in these positions, and it's just always the wrong decision because they're not finishers. So anyhow, I do think that we need a veteran head in that area of the pitch, but we have what we have, and we have to go into this Watford game, knowing that we need 3 points. And now that I look at our lineup again, I re-examine what we have. I'm kind of worried about what we have in the middle of the pitch, because if we don't start Thiago Silva, we'll have Christensen, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and Saul if our lineup is anywhere near correct. And those three, there's no leaders in there. There's nobody that's going to be leading. So that could be problematic in the middle of the pitch. And also in initiating our attack, right? Like, we don't have anyone that's really the brain of our attack out there. I know Ruben has been used in that role, but it's usually when he has veterans around him that can help, shoulder some of the load. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think it's going to be as clear-cut as we want it to be. I will take a 1-0 right now. Right now. Give it to me. Take it right now. And Azpilicueta, again, like, we rely so heavily on how we use our wing backs and how effective they've been in our best moments. It's going to be difficult to see the likes of Alonso and Azpilicueta in those roles, just knowing that they don't have the same sort of application as like Chilwell and Reece James. So, I mean, I still think that we do have the quality and the individual talent to just get the result tomorrow. I just don't think it's going to be easy. And like everything, it's just going to come down to outthinking them and being fast on the pitch. If we're slow and laborious on the pitch, it's going to lead to problems. It's going to allow them to gain confidence and get into the match. And that's exactly what you don't want in a game where you're just coming off a disappointing draw. You want to get off to a fast start and make them know that they're in like a match that they can't win. So hoping for that sort of a start. Whoever's up top, I don't care who it is. Like I said, it doesn't matter to me. I think Lukaku should start. It's because I want to see him. Like, I think we paid £100 million for him, and we want to see him in these games. We need him to bank goals. So that's it for me. I'll try and come back on tomorrow to see where we can see where things went right. I'm not going to say the other. Yeah, I'm not going to say the other where things went right. I'm hoping that I'm there, and. Yeah, man, we just got to keep the faith and trust Tuchel. No Tuchel out over here, Let's just trust Tuchel and get the results.
Yeah, I mean, Boogeyman, his last comment of the day, he said, Julius, love you a lot, brother. We will be good. In Tuchel, we trust. So big up to Boogeyman. Dennis, always a pleasure to have you on. Hopefully, we will be celebrating a win tomorrow. Hopefully, we will talk about it tomorrow. We will move on tomorrow.
All right, fellas. Have a good night.
To put that game back.
Have a good night, Couch.
Good night, Couch. Take care, brother.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Peace. Before I get MDT's final thoughts, people, if you haven't hit that like button, please do. And if you haven't subscribed to the Blue Lounge, what are you waiting for? Great content. We'll have a match reaction video for you tomorrow. So to catch that, hit that subscribe button and turn that bell notification button on so you will not miss that notification. MDT, final thoughts, mate.
Yeah, for me, tomorrow I think I'm not worried about defense, because I don't think since the Brentford game, our defense has been very solid. I think most of the chances against us, extremely hard chances, teams Bendy is facing. So that's fine. I'm not worried about the defense, whoever come in the defense. Even the midfield, the only thing is, with Saul in the midfield, he will give Watford more confidence. I believe that. If you play even Barkley can initiate attack from the midfield, and Loftus-Cheek can stay. I know most Chelsea fans don't like him, but if you remember, Barkley played against Liverpool when we won on the Lampard. He was a midfielder with Billy Gilmour. In that midfield, he was them.
MDT, Barkley loves to score against Liverpool. We all know that.
I know. And you remember against Everton as well. You remember the last time as well, he was the guy that scored the equalizer against Man United when we were desperate and they brought him in. So I don't want to write him off. I think he can do a job for us once in a while. But Saul will make me nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you more. I'm nervous. And with the rest of the team, I don't have a problem with whoever play at the forward line. We're gonna miss chances. I know that for sure. But still, Watford's defense is very, very weak. Their defense is really bad. It's really, really bad. Yeah. So if we don't score a couple of goals, that will be a disappointment for the attackers. I think we'll win 3-0.
And this is why I think Lukaku should start if he is. I mean, if he's physically fit, it doesn't have to be match fit, but if he's physically fit, it might be a good way to get him to becoming match fit. If he can get a couple of goals under his belt against Watford, it'd be a good way to go.
Yeah, I agree. For me, personally, if Lukaku was 60% fit, you can play him. But if he's less than 50%, it's risky. So the way Tuchel was talking, it's like he was desperate to put him on the bench even. So when a manager sounds like, I don't want to play him, but we have it as an emergency on the bench, that makes me nervous. I don't know why. It makes me nervous because I think there's an underlying issue that he's trying to hide. But if Lukaku starts and even give us, I believe if Lukaku even play for 40 minutes, he will score against Watford. Watford's defense are really, really bad, They're really bad.
Yeah.
They're really bad. But I think we'll win 3-0 and we'll have a clean sheet because I love clean sheet as much as I love winning. To be honest, I hate conceding goals.
Me too.
So, But other than that, thank you for having me. And we'll speak tomorrow.
Pleasure's all mine. We will speak tomorrow. Have a good night, Mo.
And you too.
I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, brother. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Wow, what a stream. 2 hours, 46 minutes. Let's recap. 112 likes. How many subscribers? 16 subscribers in the stream. Big up to everyone. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Thank you to everyone who has hit the like button. Thank you to everyone who has been with us and joined in the chat. Great discussion, great debate, great input, great insight. And I hope you've all learned something and taken something away from the stream. Thank you all for being here. We will see you all tomorrow, straight after the game, to discuss, hopefully, how Chelsea dismantled Claudio Ranieri's Watford. Big up to you. Have a good night, everyone. And I will see you all tomorrow evening. Peace.